man. Mistreating Uncle Lou!
Yeah, good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Got some football today. Let's get this fixed. Hanging around. Oh, that looks crooked. I'm a professional. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Contrary to popular belief, I do know who I'm messing with. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Florida State on the road at NC State. Man, great football for a week 13. 2 playoff teams, 2 national title. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Florida State and NC State. Fighting for bowl eligibility. Fighting for bowl eligibility, too. Huge game. Huge even. With a Y. Huge with a fucking Y. What are we betting? Let's see what the comment section says. Comment section says NC State plus 3.5 in the first half. Let's do it. Let's do it. NCAA football, first half. NC State plus 3.5. Y'all are wild. Y'all are wild. All right. We need to stop. It's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. All right. Transaction processed. NC State plus 3.5 in the first half. That's the comment section bet. Hey, your guess is as good as mine. And believe me, when it comes to this sports betting shit, that's all it is. That's all it is a guess. It's just a fucking guess. And hopefully we guessed right. I don't know. Abdu? What am I looking for? Oh, yeah, scores here. Same scores on it. I'm doing on that. I'll be with y'all momentarily. Don't you worry. 9 minutes and 10 seconds until kickoff. Florida State on the road at NC State. Northern Colorado under 74.5. How in the hell? All right, we got to see where we're at on this other pointless bet I made on some stupid, unwatchable basketball game. Northern Colorado. Why in the fuck would you do that, Lou? You must be down bad. Well, you're not far off there, bud. You are not far off. 24 plus 13 is 37. I've got under, what did I say? Under 74. All right, we're going to hit that one. We're going to hit a pointless basketball. Bet. Yes, I bet under in the first half of the Northern Colorado versus St. Thomas, Minnesota college basketball game. True degenerate here. An absolute, unapologetic, huge fucking degenerate. There's no doubt about it. I haven't even looked at the chat yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there right now before I pull the chat up. This is just a New York cat. That's it. All right, now I'm pulling the chat up. How's everybody doing? Oh, YouTube's on their bullshit again with the username shit instead of your actual name, so... YouTube has a bad habit of fixing problems that don't exist. Bassin Forte, Eddie Rose, Pigskin Pete. Indeed, Football Frank is a ball knower. I can confirm that. Knifey Buckeye, Mr. Big Ken. I got your email, and I don't know why. Now, here's a problem that actually is a problem that YouTube could fix. When a moderator on my channel hides somebody from my channel, I should know that. Somebody keeps hiding you. It's not me. It's got to be another moderator. I don't know who it is. There's no way for me to know. But I should be able. That's a problem they could fix. I should be able to log in. I can look at a list of names that have been blocked. I should be able to hover over that name or click on that name or something, and it should tell me who blocked them. Right? That's a problem that needs fixing. But no, let's force everybody on YouTube to use their @name because Twitter is so amazing. Well, no, it's a 100% fact that Lane is not officially gone. I think he's leaving, but he's not officially gone right now. But I do think he's leaving. Lane to LSU, I've got no clue. I don't know if he's staying at Ole Miss. I don't know if he's going to Florida. I don't know if he's going to LSU. I don't know if he's going to the NFL. Nothing would shock me, especially considering this is Lane Kiffin we're talking about here. I saw that Pribula was upgraded to probable or something. Has it been confirmed that he's going to play? I mean, they're not beating Oklahoma. I'm pretty sure you know that, Eddie, but Missouri beats everybody in the bottom half of the SEC and loses to everybody in the top half of the SEC. That's just what they do. And unfortunately for Missouri, Oklahoma is in the top half of the SEC. So I got to take Oklahoma in that one. I do think Norvell gets fired, yeah. Thank you, Crazy Drummer. Yes, this is a New York. He's just a New York cat. Deion Sanders to Florida State. It would be hilarious. It would be content gold, but unfortunately, I don't even think Florida State's that dumb. I wish they were, believe me. But I don't even think Florida State is that dumb. Napier to Ole Miss, no. No. DeBoer to Penn State, that's the most likely, that's the most possible thing that I've seen. I don't think that's happening either, but that's way more possible than some of the other shit that's been typed in the comment section in the last 30 seconds. Virginia Tech may get good off fire your coach stupidity. I think it's a great hire for Virginia Tech. I mean, y'all know how my thoughts on James Franklin. I don't think James Franklin is some terrible coach. Was he terrible against teams in the top 5? Yeah. Yeah. How many teams in the top 5 is he going to play a year at Virginia Tech? 0 on average. 0. I think he'll do well there. Nebraska or Penn State tomorrow? Man, it's hard to bet on Penn State. I'll probably have to take Nebraska. Happy early Thanksgiving. Hey, thank you, Woe Todd. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody in case I don't see y'all tomorrow or next week or whatever. Good morning. What does that say? Georgia Dog says, good morning. Let me see the new tattoo. There you go. The at YouTube is dumb. Yes, it is. It's extremely dumb. It's extremely dumb and retarded. Yeah, it said 1998 in Roman numerals. Yeah. No, that's my birthday. It's my birthday in Roman numerals. I'm getting my kid's birthday, but I don't know where or how I'm arranging that yet. So I wasn't sure how I wanted to tie my kids' birthdays into it. So if you've got tattoos, you know what I'm talking about. The last thing you want to do is get a tattoo when you're not 100% certain about something because, well, it's permanent. So I'll take a week or two and figure it out where I want to do with the kids' birthdays. What are we eating tomorrow? What are we eating? We just talked about it. We're doing a homemade macaroni and cheese. Oh, you know what we're doing? We're doing a lot of actually Thanksgiving sides. We're doing homemade macaroni and cheese. We're going to do a dressing. We didn't exactly figure it all out. She's got to go to the grocery store in the morning. So we'll figure it out exactly tonight or in the morning. But we're doing a homemade mac and cheese and dressing for sure. Made chili for tomorrow. It's too hot here for chili. I want to make it, but I've been waiting on it to cool off. But man, it's been almost 80 degrees here every day this week for like the last 2 weeks. It's been like almost 80 degrees. We've had to run the air conditioner this week. All right, game about to get started here. It's cool in Virginia. Yeah, not here. I wish it was. Pagan numerals? Aren't all numerals pagan? I don't think Jesus ever ordained a certain set of numbers, did he? I think technically numbers in general are pagan. All right, Florida State kicking off to start the game, and we're underway here. Kickoff's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. NC State will have the ball first. Both teams 5-5, so bowl eligibility on the line in this marquee matchup between two different piles of shit. Wasn't it snowing in Arizona a few days ago? It snows in Arizona every year. $1980 was 45 years ago. Yeah, it was a great year, too. I don't know if you noticed or not, but Georgia won the Natty that year. They beat Notre Dame. My mom grew up in Arizona, and they used to drive 45 minutes down the mountain, go swimming. And then the same day, they'd drive an hour up the mountain and play in the snow in the same damn day. NC State with a big gain on the ground across midfield all the way to the Florida State 47-yard line. NC State in business here on their first drive, coming up on 14 minutes to go in the first quarter. Big hole on the left side here. Poor tackling, of course, in the secondary by a team full of players that gave up a while ago and is just waiting on the portal to open. Florida State, just a terrible fucking dog shit team and program that with a roster full of players who don't give a shit about Florida State. 1st and 10 for NC State on the FSU 47. Back to throw this time, looking over the middle. Now slings it out to the running back in the flat, and he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 7 yards that time. Good play by Florida State there. 2nd and long coming up now for the Wolfpack. Yes, Flagstaff. I've been caught in Flagstaff 3 different times. Yeah. They're from the Flagstaff area, my mom. She was real little, though. Real little. Under 10 years old. Then they moved here. 2nd and 17. Toss sweep this time for NC State. Not a lot of room. Breaks a tackle back across midfield to the FSU 49. But it's going to be 3rd and long now. 3rd and about 12 coming up for NC State. Has UGA played FSU? You mean like ever? Yeah. Played them in a couple of bowl games. I know for sure. I'm not sure about the regular season. I'd have to look it up. If it was in the regular season, it was a long time ago. Way before my time. NC State quarterback under pressure and is going to get sacked back on his own 46. It's going to be 4th and 17. They're probably going to have to punt it away here. Arizona is a surprisingly beautiful state. You know, I've never been there. I have never been there. I want to go. Just haven't had the opportunity to go. NC State is going to line up for a punt here on 4th and 17. 12 minutes to go in the first quarter. They're on their own 41. They had one good play, but after that it just stalled out. Fair catch called and made by Florida State at the 10-yard line. 1st and 10, FSU. Clemson owes UGA some good ass kicking. It won't happen till Dabo's gone. Buddy, Clemson's been getting their ass beat by Georgia since the beginning of time. They're like, what is Clemson, 18 and 44 all time against Georgia? They've played 60-something times. Clemson's like 18 and 44 against Georgia, my man. I don't think it matters who the coaches are. Georgia's just better than the Taters in every conceivable way. Florida State back to throw, goes deep on 1st down. Almost made a great catch out near midfield, but good play by the defender to knock it loose there at the end. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Go fund me, Lou, please. For what? What do you need to go fund me for? You need money? Lane's a cross-dresser. Is he really a woman that dresses up like a man? Is that what you're saying? Or, because I've never seen him dressed like a woman. I've seen him dressed like a man a bunch of times. Are you saying he's actually a woman? 2nd and 10 now for FSU. Back to throw again. Rolls right. Throws caught. Across the 25. Good for a 1st down, Florida State. Texas is beating Georgia in the win record overall. They might be. Let's see. I really don't know on that one. I know Georgia's won 3 in a row. I know Texas won the one before that in 2018. I think it had been a long time before they played before that 2018 game. Let's see. It's 4-4. Georgia 4, Texas 4. So the series is tied. Georgia has won the last 3. Series tied at 4 apiece overall. It was probably fun to type that, though. That Texas is beating Georgia all the time. It was probably fun for you to type that. 2nd and 7 for Florida State. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Gets across the 35 to the 36. It's going to be 3rd and about 3 coming up now for Florida State. What's up, Ballard? He says, all stakes Iron Bowl, question mark? Huh? 6 wins on the line for Barner. Playoffs and SEC title on the line for Bama. I don't know what you mean by all stakes Iron Bowl, question mark. I mean, yeah, Bama has to win the game to make the playoffs or the SEC championship game. Georgia doesn't have losing records to very many people. I mean, what are they, 7th or 8th all time in wins? I mean, they've won a lot of fucking games. Bama, they've got a losing record. I think LSU, Bama, and then there's a bunch of teams like that. They don't play that often. Where like some team is is beating Georgia in the series like 1-0, stuff like that. There's a lot of those teams, I'm sure. Ohio State has never beat Georgia. Yeah, that's true. I think they've only played twice or 3 times, maybe. Oh, he dropped it. I thought he caught it. A bomb on a deep post route all the way down inside the 5-yard line, but he dropped it. I thought he had caught the damn thing. He went for the home run there. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. He had a step on the defender, but just couldn't. He jumped up and dropped it when he hit the ground, it looked like. Yeah, couldn't hold on to it when he hit the ground. So incomplete, be 2nd and 10. Come tear up some Arizona casinos with me, Lou, says David. What are they Indian owned out there? Florida State's going to have to take a timeout here. Play clock almost down to 0. Yes, they are Indian owned. Hey, Lou, it's the pickle. Looking sharp, buddy. Yeah, we were going to go out to eat tonight. Well, we did go out to eat, but we were going to go like out to eat somewhere. Like, sit down and eat somewhere. And we ended up going to the mall first. And we were starving by the time we left the mall, so we just ate in the mall. So I kind of got dressed up for nothing. Yeah, the mall, it's a big building with a bunch of retail stores in it. You have a mall. Yeah, you don't? What, do you live on the dark side of the moon or something? Lou likes the Savannah Bananas. I've never been to a Savannah Bananas game, but it looks like a lot of fun. I've seen the clips and stuff on the internet. It looks like it would be fun to go to, but I've never been to one. Orange Julius? Yeah, back in the day. We had an Orange Julius at the mall back in the day. Not anymore. Now we got a fucking Jamba Juice in there. Lou went shopping at Parisian. I don't even know what that is. So no, didn't go there. I don't see Texas beating TAMU. I mean, I think Texas A&M is better than Texas, but it's a rivalry game and it's at Texas, so I mean anything could happen. But I'm probably going to pick Texas A&M in that game. I remember Sbarro's. Yep, the pizza place. Online shopping is dying. I don't even have to read the rest of that to know that's not true. Online shopping is not, I promise, is not dying. Every other kind of shopping is dying, except online shopping. Is NC State money line a good idea? It's not a terrible idea. Ohio State will hit 1,000 wins all time next year. Second team ever to do it, behind their daddy, of course. Yeah, Georgia just hit 900 this season, a few weeks ago. I think they're 8th now. I think they're 8th. I don't know. Are they 8th, I think, Georgia? I think Georgia's 8th in all-time wins. Maybe 9th. They're 8th or 9th. Florida State with another first down. Pass complete into NC State territory around the 35. So Florida State in business here. 1st and 10 with 8:50 to go in the first quarter. Still no score. NC State got the ball first, but had to punt it away, and now Florida State's got a good-looking drive going here. 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off this time. Tries to bounce it outside. Not a lot of room. Only gains a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up now for Florida State. Would you rather have Norvell or Napier? Oh, my God. Honestly, I'd rather have Napier. He at least, I mean, yeah, I'd rather have Napier than Norvell, I think. Empty backfield on 2nd and 9, 5 wide, motion. Castellanos in the pocket, throws, intercepted at the 10-yard line. Terrible fucking throw. Terrible throw. I mean, he threw it way over the head of a wide open wide receiver, right into the hands of a safety playing center field back there at the 10-yard line. That was a bad throw by Castellanos there. And Florida State wastes a scoring opportunity there with the first turnover of the game. NC State will have the ball back 1st and 10. That's good for our bet, though. What do we have? NC State plus 3.5 in the first half. Is that the comment section bet today? I think that's what it was. Where's that stupid fucking basketball game we bet on for no reason? Northern Colorado or some dumb shit we did. What did we do? Here it is. Northern Colorado and St. Thomas, Minnesota. 6 seconds to go. They're at 50 plus 13. They're at 63 points. And we've got under 74. So we're going to hit that bet. That's a $155 holla. Pay Lou $155 on first half under Northern Colorado and St. Thomas. You have to be a huge fucking degenerate to hit a $150 bet on the first half under college basketball game between Northern Colorado and St. Thomas. There's really something wrong with me. There's really something wrong with me. This is just a rebuilding year for FSU. You spelled decade wrong. Rebuilding decade. They've had 4 losing seasons in the last 6 years. What's up, Ty Dog? Yeah, that was a bad throw by Castellanos there. He had some good throws on that drive, got him down the field, but that last throw there, that interception was a bad throw. Sailed it right over the head of an open wide receiver. Easy interception for NC State. What's the lock this week? Same as last week. With all this winning, the FBI may pay Lou a visit. It wouldn't be the FBI, it would be the IRS. The FBI doesn't care about somebody making a bet. The FBI cares about the people taking the bet. What's more likely, Michigan upset Ohio State or Auburn beats Bama? I think you'd have to go with Michigan beating Ohio State just because of the way the last 4 years have gone in that game. But I'm not picking either underdog. I mean, I'm going to pick Ohio State and I'm going to pick Bama. I mean, I know I'm an idiot. I pick Ohio State every year and they lose, but I think Ohio State beats them by 30. Did you bet on North Carolina State or Florida State? I didn't put a bet in on my own. We did a poll in the comment section, and the comment section took NC State plus 3.5 in the first half. IRS don't mess around. The only good thing about the IRS is that first, they'll let you pay. But if you don't pay, then it's a problem. Like, they'll give you chances, the IRS will, you know. Like, hey, man, you owe us this money. Pay up. But when you don't pay, that's when it when you give the IRS two of these, that's when it becomes a problem. UNLV plays a Polynesian island later. Yes, they do. Haven't paid taxes in a decade. Well, your name is Cherokee Slave, so you might not owe any taxes, bud. NC State with the ball on 3rd and 2, and second effort's going to get the first down out close to the 40. 1st and 10, NC State. Still no score. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Yeah, no, it's NC State. Did I title the video wrong or something? No, it says NC State. You're a retard? Well, you're in the right place, buddy. Make yourself at home. You're in the right place. 2nd and 6 now for NC State. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. No score. Pass complete. First down across midfield to about the 48. Could Gunnar Stockton be invited to New York? I think he's on the bubble. If you look at the Heisman the same way you look at the playoffs, Gunnar Stockton is Miami right now. He's got a chance, but it's a slim one. Another pass complete for a first down. Took a big hit, but held on to the ball. Gain of about 13, and another first down for NC State. And they're down near the red zone now. Both, Austin. Both. Handoff on first down, dancing around in the hole. Not a lot of room, couple of yards, that's it. Tate quitting on his team is such an OSU thing. I can't get a definitive answer on that. Some say he's hurt. If he's hurt, I don't want to make fun of that. Obviously, don't want to make fun of injuries. But if he's not hurt, and that's the rumor, I know that's the rumor that's out there, that he's not hurt and he's just calling it quits. Then yeah, that's obviously terrible. And he's a woozy if he's doing that for life. Woozy for life if he's doing that. Wouldn't be the first time Ohio State receiver made that decision, though, right? Jackson Smith and the Jigba did that. Does it matter for Ohio State? Probably not in terms of their wins and losses, but it matters in terms of what type of character that woozy has. 3rd and 3, pass incomplete. Going to be 4th down now for NC State. There is a flag down. They're going to get Florida State for pass interference. Did he get there too soon? Oh, yeah, way too soon. Got there way too soon. Pass interference, pretty obvious there. I don't know what I'm going to do for YouTube tomorrow. The Patreon stream's at 3:30. I mean, I'll be on at 9 o'clock in the morning for the kickoff show on YouTube, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do for game streams tomorrow other than the 3:30 Patreon stream. Somebody take a timeout. Yeah, it looks like NC State took a timeout. Georgia high school playoffs. Yeah, my old high school is playing tonight in the playoffs. First good team they've had in forever. Prime time is better than noon. Cooking duck tomorrow? You're doing way too much, bud. You're doing way too much, man. I don't eat waterfowl. I think Pete's making duck cheese tomorrow. Pete, you still in here? Aren't you making duck cheese tomorrow? Did YouTube TV go up on price, Lou? Not that I know of. I mean, I'm sure they will. They go up all the time. I'm sure they will at some point again, but I haven't heard that they went up. Long ass commercial break. Chandler says, "Hey Lou, how are we tonight? Go Gamecocks tomorrow." I'm good, Chandler. Hope you're doing all right. And yeah, I don't know. South Carolina was a brutal loss for them last week. You never know how a team is going to respond from that. We'll see. Did you know Tennessee sells the most dentures than any state in the United States? Yeah, wooden too. They got wooden teeth over there. Most people in Tennessee have wooden teeth. This season has flown by. Yeah, it seems like it every year flies by. I mean, the good news, you have the expanded playoff now. So, I mean, we've still got 2 full months of college football left, you know, because the national championship game's not till, what, January 19th or 20th, something like that. But yeah, the regular, only, I mean, 2 more weeks of the regular season, that's it. Marjorie Taylor Greene resigned. Is that true? If that's true, that's the best news I've heard since the last time a Mormon knocked on my door. The people that live in her district ought to be embarrassed and ashamed of themselves that they kept voting that dumbass into office. Touchdown NC State on a corner route into the end zone, about a 35-yarder. They're going to take the lead. Is that true about Marjorie Taylor Greene resigning? I know she pissed Trump off or whatever. That's about the only good thing she's ever done. Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene to resign from Congress last day, January 5th. Good riddance, dumbass. Seven to nothing, NC State now. Am I taking her place? I'm not in her district. So it would be impossible. I'd have to move, and I got no interest in doing that. She's running for president? Well, the good news for her is that there's a lot of stupid fucking people in this country. So she would get some votes. Because there's a lot of fucking idiots in this country. But she's at the head of that line. She's dumber than a fucking dead battery. Florida State returns the kick out to the 20, hit right there and dropped just short of the 20. First down, Florida State, NC State 7, Florida State 0. I gave Mod's Pizza a try again and it's still dog shit. That's on you, buddy. That is on you. Going there the first time, you can blame Mod's Pizza. If you go there twice, that's your own fucking fault. That's the whole fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, that's my own fucking fault. That's your fault, buddy. Going into Mod's Pizza for a second time is nobody's fault but your own. She's running for governor. I'll move. I am not going to live in a state that has enough dumb people in it to vote her governor. I'll move if that happens. I'll be in Vegas within 30 days if that happens. I'm not shitting you. I'm not going to live in a state dumb enough to elect Marjorie Taylor Greene as governor. They're reviewing a play for targeting here. I don't know what targeting is anymore. It's close. It doesn't look... It's not some kind of vicious, intentional deal, but he did kind of lead with his helmet, and he did kind of make contact to the receiver's head a little. I don't know. I don't know what's targeting anymore and what's not. They change their mind from day to day, so I don't know. Good evening, Lou. Awesome glasses. Hey, thank you, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I got 2 new pair of glasses, I don't know, a month ago, whatever. I get new glasses every couple of years. Not every, I get them like every 2 or 3 years. But surprisingly, this time when I went, my eyes were not worse. Normally, because I go to the eye doctor every couple of years, normally every time I go, my eyes are a little bit worse. This time, they weren't. They were the same. So that's, I'll take it. So I can still see a little. They're still reviewing it. Here they go. They're going to make the call now. No foul for targeting. Call overturned. No targeting. Lou, I used your idea at work with some friends. Treat targeting like soccer. Yellow card, then a red card. Yeah, I don't like people getting thrown out anymore for the targeting. I understand why they did it 15 years ago or whatever it was, because they really had to beat it into people's heads. Hey, we're not putting up with these hits anymore. But now, everybody that's playing college football now grew up in the age of targeting. So they've been taught since they were 5 and 6 years old, hey, this is what you can't do. This you can't do this. You can't do this. You can't do this. I don't think you need to continue to throw people out of the game, especially when it's such a subjective call. Flags down on the first play after, and it's going to be a false start on Florida State, so that's going to back them up. 2:34 to go in the first quarter. NC State 7, Florida State 0. Targeting depends on which camera view you get. Yeah, and which referee crew you get. It's just it's not consistently called or not called. Back to throw on 2nd and 10. He's going to take off running. Castellanos close to the first down at the 30, probably got it. And he did. 1st and 10, Florida State now coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. UGA has a 41% graduation rate. Man, I bet if you find a YouTube channel that focuses on academics, they would care about that. 50% of the team goes pro after 3 years. So if you take that into account, that's really only 9%. It's not graduating. But I don't know who you're a fan of, but whatever team it is dog shit, because that's when people start talking about academics or whatever else they talk about besides football. But are there YouTube channels dedicated to spelling bees or academic decathlons? If there are, you should find those channels and go over there with your graduation rate statistics or whatever. People would probably eat that up. Of course, there aren't any YouTube channels dedicated to academic decathlons or spelling bees because nobody gives a shit. Is there any chance NC State may go to a bowl game? Well, they're 5-5, so if they win this week or next week, there's a 100% chance they go to a bowl game. If they don't win this week or next week, there's a 0% chance. A jet sweep picks up good yards for Florida State down inside the 35. This is about where they were last time when Castellanos threw that interception. 1st and 10, coming up on the end of the first quarter here. Let's see if they get another playoff. Probably not. 5 seconds to go. Yeah, probably not going to get another playoff. Yeah, that's it. End of the first quarter. Your score, NC State 7, Florida State 0. Lou hates people who read books. I don't give a shit whether anybody in here reads a book or doesn't. I couldn't care less. Graphics showed that this is the 5th first quarter in a row that FSU has been shut out. That sounds like a Georgia statistic with all their slow starts. UJ looks decent this year. So what? There's like 3 teams that look more than decent. More than decent. Is that what you're saying? Does Georgia Tech have any trouble tomorrow with Pittsburgh? I think it's going to be a good game. I'm taking Georgia Tech though. I think they find a way to get it done at home, but we'll see. Why does Florida State have a mascot holding a flaming phallic symbol? Well, it's a toothpick. It's a flaming toothpick. As far as why they do it, I don't have the slightest fucking idea. Why did he get timed out? Stop timing people out. Commercial now in between the first and the second quarter. NC State 7, Florida State 0, but FSU's got the ball down around the 30-yard line. What's up, Bad Dog? Oh, typing the same shit over and over again. Yeah, don't spam the chat. It makes it hard for everybody else to see what's going on. What's the least number of chicken nuggets you can get at Chick-fil-A? Does anybody know? I went to Chick-fil-A today. Ordered a number 1 with a Coke. That's a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich, French fries, and a Coke. But I wanted some nuggets to go with it. So I said, let me get a number 1 with a Coke. And then I asked the lady, I said, what's the least number of chicken nuggets I can get? And she said, what do you mean, like a meal? I said, no. I want the number 1 with a Coke. I said, but I want nuggets like to go with it. What's the least I can get? She goes, 1. I said, what? 1? She said, yeah. I said, who the hell is ordering 1 chicken nugget? I was like, you're kidding me. I was thinking like, a 5-piece, an 8-piece, a 12-piece, whatever they come in, And she was like, no, you can order 1. And I was like, who the fuck is ordering 1 chicken nugget? I said, how much is... I said, are you trolling me? Are you kidding me? She goes, no, I'm serious. You can order 1 chicken nugget for 68 cents. Imagine you wait in that fucking line at Chick-fil-A. And the guy walks up to your window to take your order with that credit card machine. And you order 1 chicken nugget. And he goes, okay, that'll be 68 cents plus tax, with 72 cents total. Who is ordering 1 chicken nugget? She said, no, I'm not. She said, I'm not kidding. You can order 1 chicken nugget at 68 cents a piece. I couldn't believe it. I said, do y'all sell single cigarettes back there too? She said, no. And then the other lady that was working back there heard me. And she came up there and she said, we don't sell single cigarettes at this location. She said, you got to go to the one downtown if you want a single cigarette. 3rd and 5, Castellanos again into the end zone, incomplete. Lucky it wasn't picked off, honestly. He floated that ball up in the air for no reason at all. It's going to be 4th and 5 now. Florida State will have to settle for a field goal here. So I ordered 5 chicken nuggets to go with my number 1 meal. Lou, shut up. Don't tell me what to do. Don't fucking tell me what to do. I'm not going to shut up. I'm doing a YouTube stream, so the chance of me shutting up is less than 0. But besides that, don't fucking tell me what to do. Clemson should have dumped Dabo and go with Brent Venables. How much for 1 rib? From where? I don't know. I have no idea. What? 1 rib? What's up, Eric? Stop mistreating Uncle Luke. Yeah, stop. Is there somebody mistreating me? If there's anybody mistreating me in the chat, you have to stop. We don't allow that here.
Stop mistreating Uncle Lou!
That kid will come to your house, rip your arms off, and beat you to death with them. So whoever's mistreating me better stop right now. Y'all talking about reading books. That dumbass in the chat can't read at all. I mean, it says right here on the top of the screen in big letters, don't tell me what to do. And the guy's in the chat trying to tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. How the hell did YouTube change my name from Brian Gentry to Mr. BDog317? What the hell? They're doing this new thing now where they're using your @ name instead of your screen. I don't know why the fuck they're doing it. Nobody asked for that change to be made. You can go into your YouTube studio settings and change your @ name to whatever you want. So for those of you who have a name at whatever and you don't want it to be that, you want me to show y'all how to change it? Here's how you change it. Go to YouTube. Make sure you're signed in. Click this little thing up here where your avatar picture thing is. Click YouTube Studio. Go to Customization. Right here on the left. Come down here to where it says Handle. See where it says Name the Uncle Lou? That's what it used to show. Now, for some reason, it's showing this, your handle. Change your handle to whatever you want it to show in the comment section. And then it's not going to do it because I'm not going to change it. But after you change it, there'll be a button up here that says Save. Make sure you hit that Save button or it won't change. But that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It's still going to have the @ symbol there, but like, you know, if I type something, there it says @the Uncle Lou here. You go in and change it to whatever you want. I don't know why YouTube has started to switch to using people's @ name in the chat instead of the other name, but that's how you fix it. And I think they have some kind of limit on it, like you can only change it once every 10 days or twice every 14 days or whatever. It tells you on there. There's some kind of limit. Is this showed on an Apple phone? What? Committed says you can change it every 14 days. Florida State made their field goal. It's now 7-3. They've kicked off, and it is a touchback. NC State will have the ball back 1st and 10 on their own 25. What's up, crazy drummer? Alabama loses to Auburn next week in a stunner. Damn. Boy, the Alabama fans are going to jump out of a window if that happens. I'm telling you, they are going to absolutely jump out of a window if that happens. If Bama loses to Texas A&M in the SEC championship game, do you think they make the playoffs? Yes, I do. Second and 14 now for NC State. 13 and a half minutes to go in the first half. NC State 7, FSU 3. They're on their own 20-yard line here. 2nd and 14. They're in a shotgun. Motion. Snap, back to throw. Looks left. Runs around now, escapes the pocket, rolls right, throws, caught. All the way across the 40, 45. They can't tackle him. All the way up to midfield. Wow, he dragged about 2 or 3 Florida State defenders 7 or 8 yards down the field there. Big play for NC State, gain of almost 30. It's going to be first down, NC State near midfield. LOL, it worked. Thanks, Lou. And he changed his name to Stop Mistreating Uncle Lou. Might be the best name in here. That might be the best name in this entire chat. Thank you, buddy. Thomas Wilson, thank you for the super chat. He says Sunbelt Billy to Florida State. Wow, wouldn't that be something? I think that, as funny as it sounds, that would probably be an upgrade over Mike Norvell. Did you know A&M will have played against 5 teams who have fired coaches this year after tomorrow's game? Dang. They're down bad. All these open jobs. A handoff on 2nd and 9 for NC State's going to pick up about 5 yards. 3rd and about 4 or 5 coming up now for NC State down near the Florida State 45-yard line. 12 minutes to go in the first half. NC State 7, Florida State 3. I just wonder if Bailey will stay at NC State or go to Portal. Well, we'll find out in 5 or 6 weeks. Out of the top 5, I think Ohio State has the hardest game. What, this weekend? NC State just fumbled the ball. Florida State says they have it. They're unpiling it now. And the referee says, yes, Florida State, you do have the ball. It's going to be 1st and 10, Florida State near midfield. So each team has now turned the ball over once, and Florida State's going to get the ball in good field position here up near midfield. They're down 7-3 with just over 11 minutes to go. Here's the replay. Was he down? Boy, that's close again. That is close. I don't know if he's down or not. That's really close. What do y'all think? Was he down? It's really close. That ball starts moving right when his knee gets ready to touch the ground. They're going to review it. Boy, that's really close. Really close. Lou, give us a couple of sleeper picks. Actually, that's a good idea because I still need to. All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta plug the phone up here. I'll get it pulled up. All right, let's see. All right, I already did one. I did Dante Moore over 228 yards passing. Gilligan's Island over 248 yards passing. And they had a free pick on there yesterday. Josh Allen over half a passing yard, the quarterback for the Bills. So they give you a free pick like that, you have to add it. So I've already got that one. That's $20 to win $93. Y'all want to try to find another one? Jeremiah Smith, anytime touchdown? Probably. Probably. We'll add that one. What else y'all think? Give me some players that are going to have really good games tomorrow or really bad games tomorrow. Smith won't play tomorrow. Okay, well, let's take that out then. John Mateer, more or less than 32.5 rushing yards. Jeremiah, I saw somebody say Jeremiah Love. All right. It won't let me. All right, hold on. It wouldn't let me pick it. Let's try again. The app is down bad. It won't let me pick it. Arch Manning, 14.5 rushing yards. It's hard to bet on Arch Manning. Carson Beck, more or less than 249.5 passing yards. Diego Poverty, more or less than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Oh, shit. Here's an easy one. Bryce Underwear, less than 195 passing yards. Duh. Duh. Guy ain't no good. Guy ain't no good. How about Katron Allen anytime touchdown? Penn State. Why not? DJ Wagway Woo. More or less than 238.5 passing yards. More. More. All right, there we go. That's 3, ain't it? Yeah. Bryce Underwear, less than 195 passing yards. Katron Allen, anytime touchdown. DJ Lagway, more than 238 passing yards. Let's do it. $20 to win 87. All right. Good luck, Lou. Good luck, Lou. Let's win one. Let's win one this week. Hell, let's win both of them. Let's win both of them. If y'all want to play the Sleeper app, download using the link in the description here. Promo code LOU, L-O-U. If you create a new account, they're going to give you a free $20 play. You don't even have to make a deposit. Just download the app, create a new account, promo code LOU, L-O-U, and they're going to give you a free $20 play. So go check it out, Sleeper app. The link is in the description. If Gunner gets 100 yards in 1 quarter, not bad. At Jay, don't be an idoit. You know whar I meant. Dang. Yeah, free $20 play. Download the app. Use the link in the description of down below. Promo code LOU, L-O-U. Create a new account, and you get a free $20 play. And then if you decide you want to make a deposit, they're going to match it dollar for dollar up to $100. All right, 2nd and 9 now. 10.5 minutes to go in the first half. NC State 7, Florida State 3. Florida State's got the ball on their own 16-yard line. Back to throw. Castellanos in the pocket. Steps up. Now he wants to run. First down and then some. Lot of room. Slides down at about the 33-yard line. Good play there for Florida State. Picks up the first down. Turn this fan on. It's hot in this camp. It's hot in this camp. Yeah, you can't be making spelling mistakes in the comment section. That guy that was in here earlier with the reading books and graduation rates speech is going to have a heart attack if he sees you misspelling basic words. Georgia Charlotte prediction? Is that a serious? Is that? I'm going to go out on a limb and say Georgia wins. Second and 7, Florida State hands it off, breaks a couple of tackles out to the 38-39 yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 2 now for White Tonto. Paylou go blue, FOSU. Michigan 16, OSU 14. Yeah, you better hope you hold them to 14. That's the only way you going to win, man. What's up, Mike? Paylou not doing good this week. We got to turn it around here now that we're at the weekend. Got to turn it around. I'm down $200 this week. We got to turn it around. Georgia basketball is on right now versus Xavier. Georgia any good? Is Xavier any good? I have no idea. I have no clue. Down 120. I hadn't been able to get ahead this week. I was up 100, down 100, up 50, down 75. I think the most I was up, I think about 180 at one point. I was down 400 at one point. Right now I'm down $210, so we'll see. We've got a bet on the first half of this one that would help. With the comment section bet, NC State plus 3.5. So we need NC State to play some defense here. At Uncle Lou, UJ basketball is doing decent right now. The only thing I know about them this year is I did see that clip on Twitter that went around a week or so ago of, I guess, Dominique Wilkins' son plays for Georgia, and he had some crazy fucking dunk in a game that got played all over Sports Center and everywhere else. That's about the only thing I know about him. What's the graduation percentage at Florida State's Clown College? Got to be 102% or so. It can't be that hard to graduate from clown school. Who does Georgia finally win at the Swamp? I don't even have a prediction on that game. I'm not betting on it, and I have no idea who's going to win that game. No idea. I mean, Tennessee hasn't won a game down there since 2003, and they play every other year. So they've lost, what is that, 12 in a row down there? I mean, so I don't know. How much money does a trapeze artist make? Well, if he's got a trapeze degree from Florida State, that's probably puts him in the upper pay scale of trapeze artists. You know? Florida State is probably the most respected clowning school on the planet. Yeah, I can't pick Penn State in anything. I can't pick Penn State. I don't keep up with Georgia basketball. How are they doing? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you their record or how many games they've played, or I have no idea. The only time I watch Georgia basketball is the same time I watch any other basketball. If I bet on it, that's it. Are you staying up for Lou and LV? I'm not streaming Lou and LV. I may watch some of it, but I'm not staying up to stream that entire game. No. What time does that even come on? 10 something? Yeah, there's no way I'm staying up to stream that game. I got to stream tomorrow. You know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean, Vern? bet if UJ basketball win the championship, y'all would not care. I wouldn't care. I'm not one of these people that pretends to be a basketball fan just because the football team I root for is not any good and the basketball team is. That's Florida fans, Tennessee fans. They do that. I don't do that. Second and 5 coming up for Florida State. 7:45 to go in the first half. They're down 7-3 on the road at NC State. We've got NC State plus 3.5 in the first half. So even if Florida State scores a touchdown, we're doing okay. Breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Nice play by the running back there. Should have been stopped for no gain. Should be 3rd and 5 right now. Instead, it's 1st and 10 near midfield. This was a good play by the Florida State running back to break that tackle right there in the hole. Castellanos keeps this time. Gain of about 5. Florida State doing work on the ground here. Coming up on 7 minutes to go. 2nd and about 5 now for Florida State. They hurry back to the line. Looks like they're trying to go quick here. Castellanos in the shotgun, ready for the snap. There it is. Back to throw. Looking left. Throws left. Out of reach of the receiver and incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Receiver was open. Just a bad throw by Castellanos that time. Have I switched to Hulu? No. I got YouTube TV. I'm sure Hulu was fine. I don't know. I've just never used it. I've always had YouTube TV. 3rd and 5 at the NC State 40. Let's see if NC State's defense can make a play here. Well, won't be right now. It's going to be a timeout on the field here. Florida State has taken their 2nd timeout on 3rd and 5. 6:59 to go in the first half. 7-3 NC State with the lead. I was tired of the blackouts. I switched to Hulu. But you're still going to have to deal with the blackouts, just on different channels. There's no way to escape the blackouts. Every time the contracts come up, it's going to happen. Just flew back from Connecticut to Tennessee today. Dang, what were you doing in Connecticut? There's no reason to go to Connecticut unless you went to Foxwoods. Foxwoods, yeah. Other than that, no reason to go to Connecticut. Third and 5, Florida State. Castellanos keeps, but only gains a couple of yards, and it's going to be 4th down now. What do they do here? Looks like they're keeping the offense on the field here on 4th and 3. Is that go? Yeah, look at old Goose Malzoon over there calling plays for the Seminoles. What you gonna cook up here, Goose Malzoon? 4th and 3. Castellanos in a shotgun by himself. Smells like a quarterback draw to me. Castellanos up talking to the line now. This smells like a quarterback draw right here. Motion. Snap. Back to throw. Scrambles. Wants to run. There it is. 1st down up to the 31. Saw that coming a mile away. First and 10, Florida State on the NC State 31. Castellanos in the pocket. Scrambling again. Gonna run again. Gonna gain 5 or 6 yards again. Steps out of bounds after a gain of about 6. 2nd down now. 5:45 to go in the first half. Still 7-3 NC State with the lead. Please score Florida State, says Buster Cherry. I mean, just run instead of pretending like you went through all the reads. 2nd and 3 now. Under 5.5 to go in the first half. Castellanos in a shotgun again. Pistol formation this time. Snap. Handoff to the running back. Picks up the 1st down inside the 20 to around the 16. 1st and 10, Florida State. Florida State QB has good speed. Another handoff. Nowhere to go that time. Stop for no gain. Going to be 2nd and 10 now. Do you think Florida will beat Florida State? Probably. Yeah. But we'll talk about that game next week. But probably. The ACC is a trash conference. Penalty on Florida State on that play is going to make it 1st and 15 now. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. 7-3 to score. Castellanos in a shotgun by himself. Snap. Whistles again. Did they move again? They moved again. Wow, back-to-back penalties by Florida State. That's going to be 1st and 20 now. Lou, win or lose next Saturday, you know I will not hide. Oh, I know you ain't going nowhere. Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. Do people still watch College Game Day? Yes, they do. 1st and 20. A sweep. Has some room, too. Inside the 20 to the 19. Good play on 1st and 20. By Insanity, thank you for the super chat. He says, we need to get USC versus Oklahoma in the playoffs. That would be amazing. The Lincoln Riley game that we've all been waiting for, that would be amazing. Thank you, By Insanity and Biggs Mike, for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Castellanos keeps that time, only about a 2-yard gain, and it's going to be 3rd and long now for Florida State. 3rd and 10 here. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. 7-3, NC State with a 4-point lead. FSU trying to score here. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. It's going to be 3rd and 10 from the NC State 12. Castellanos in a shotgun back to throw. Complete, but the receiver fell down at the 12-yard line, way short of the first down. 4th and about 5. What do you do here? Cincinnati money line to knock BYU out of the playoffs. That's the bet of the week. I'm on BYU in that one. Florida State's going to send out a field goal kicker here on 4th and 5. 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half. This would make it a 1-point game if it's good. It's going to be about a 30-yarder from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick, whistles everywhere. What happened here? Delay a game. Delay a game. Florida State get down here in the red zone and just shoot themselves in the foot. That's 15 yards in penalties in the last 5 plays. 4th and 10 instead of 4th and 5. Instead of a 30-yarder, it'll be a 35-yarder. I mean, you should still make it even from 35. But what are you doing? Delay a game on a field goal. Here we go. Field goal attempt now, a 35-yarder from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick. Did he make it or not? No good. No good. It went over the top of the upright, but a little bit wide right, so say the referee. And Florida State, after a really good drive, started all the way back on their 10-yard line. Comes away with absolutely nothing. Boy, that was close. That was real close. That was real close. But the referee was standing right there, and he said no. And that is his final answer. So with 2:56 to go in the first half, NC State gets the ball back with a 7-3 lead. And the NC State plus 3.5 bet for the first half is looking real, real good right now. Looking real, real good right now. A shotgun now for NC State, and they are going to hand it off here on first down. Spin move in the hole for what looked like no reason at all. I don't even know why he did that. That was the most unnecessary spin move I've ever seen. That's like when you're playing Madden or something, you just don't know what you're doing, so you're just pressing buttons. He was just spinning I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Gained 2 yards though, 2nd and 8 on their own 22 now. 2:20 to go in the first half. 4 wide this time. Snap. Another handoff. Tries to get outside. Breaks a tackle. Puts his head down. Gain of about 6 that time up to the 28. It's going to be 3rd and 2. That'll probably take us to the 2-minute warning. Oh, there's a flag down. They're going to get NC State for holding here. Yep, holding on NC State. So never mind that 6-yard gain. That's going to back them up, and it's going to be 2nd and long now. These ACC games on Friday never disappoint. There have been great, I mean, it hasn't always been great teams on Friday, but almost every Friday we've had really good games. Close, come down to the end, second half, one possession type deal. So I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. I'm glad the SEC doesn't play games on Friday nights, but I'm glad other conferences do, because it gives us something to watch and something to do on Friday nights. 2nd and 15 now. Would have been 3rd and 2, but the holding call is going to make it 2nd and 15. This will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Handoff this time. Bounces it outside again. Nowhere to go that time. Only gains about a yard or 2. So commercial break for the 2-minute warning, and it'll be 3rd and 13. Do you think Goose Malzoon will take one of these coaching openings? I don't think he'll get one of the high-profile jobs, you know, Florida, LSU, Penn State, but he may get some lower level. Like for example, if Eli Drinkwitz were to leave Missouri and take another job, maybe Missouri looks at Goose Malzoon, or Clark Lee from Vandy leaves, maybe even Ole Miss. If Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss, maybe they look at Goose Malzoon. I really don't know. I don't think he'll get one of the high-profile jobs that's open right now, Florida or LSU, or Penn State. I don't think he would get any of those. How did Bama lose to this team? Well, Bama's soft, so soft teams usually end up with unexplainable losses. You know what I mean? Is Florida a high-profile job? Is that a serious question? I don't think Kiffin is leaving Ole Miss. Well, they put out a statement today. We're not going to know anything about Lane Kiffin or what he's doing until the Saturday after the Egg Bowl. So Conference Championship Saturday. Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin put out a statement saying they will let us all know what's going on the Saturday after the Egg Bowl. There's no such thing as new blue bloods. The blue bloods are who they are, and it will never change. So there is no new blue blood list. It's the same list it was yesterday and last year and 10 years ago. Great job, man. Been with you since day one. Oh, wow. Yeah, you've been here a long time then. Shout out to you. How you managed to put up with me that long? I don't know. Lou, Georgia is 5-0 in basketball playing Xavier. You are missing out. I'm not a Georgia basketball fan, bud. So I don't know what it is you think I'm missing out on. You want me to pretend to be a Georgia basketball fan just because Georgia's 5-0? That's what Florida and Tennessee people do. I'm not doing that. Lou is a blue blood. I'm a college football blue blood on YouTube. Not very many people were doing it before I was. There were a few, but there weren't many. It wasn't anything like it is today. Third and 13 for NC State goes absolutely nowhere. Incomplete pass. They're going to have to punt it on 4th and 13. And there's still 1:55 left in the first half. So Florida State could still get back in this thing here before halftime. Jeremy Morris, message retracted. Thank you, Jeremy Morris. Who's on the list of Lou Bloods? These guys on YouTube now would way more spend on production and shit that have half or less subs than Lou. Well, it's not even about the subs, but like YouTube used to be a place for people that do what I do, and that was it. People in traditional media sort of look down on what we do here on YouTube. Now, everybody's leaving TV and coming to YouTube. It's weird. It's weird. All these like national people that you've known forever through ESPN or wherever it is they work, they all are on YouTube now. And you got, a lot of these channels are backed by huge corporations, so they've got almost unlimited money and resources to dump into them. I'm not real sure what people's obsession is with Blue Bloods. It doesn't have anything to do with how good or not good a team is today. So I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that people are obsessed with it. That's number one. And then what's even weirder is that people get mad about it when you tell them that their team's not a blue blood. Like that doesn't mean anything today. You think Texas A&M or Indiana gives a fuck that they're not a blue blood? Like, no, they're in the top fucking 3 and they're undefeated and they're headed to the playoffs. You think they care that they weren't good in the 40s or the 50s or the 60s or the 70s or whatever? Like, they don't care. They're like, what does that matter? You know who gets mad when you tell them they're not a blue blood? Teams that aren't good today. Like Florida fans, for example. You tell a Florida fan they're not a blue blood, they get mad because that's all they have, because they're dog shit today. Nobody that's good today gives a shit about the blue blood argument. It's Nebraska fans, Florida fans, Miami fans, Florida State fans that want to pretend they're blue bloods because in their mind that means that at least they used to be good, but they don't understand what the real meaning of blue blood is. None of those, Nebraska's a blue blood, but Miami, Florida, Florida State, not blue bloods. And dog shit today. So that's why they get mad about it. Boogie Bucknut says, Lou ain't backed by a huge corporation, but he's backed by me. Hey, thank you, Boogie Bucknut. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, buddy. That's very generous of you, my man. I really appreciate it. Is Octavian a blue blood? He might have blue blood. Did Florida State just throw an interception? I missed that play, but now NC State's got the ball back again. What the fuck just happened there? What did I miss? Oh, Florida State punted. They went 3 and out that quick? God damn. NC State with the ball, but they're inside their own 10-yard line with only 42 seconds to go. The quarterback's going to scramble. Picks up the first down. Gain of about 11. 34 seconds to go now. NC State's only got the one timeout. I don't even know what blue blood actually means, and I'm tired of hearing about it. It's a ridiculous argument to have. It's just people get so fixated on it, it doesn't make any sense. And then, like, it's funny because, like, I'll tell a Florida fan or a Florida State fan or something like that they're not a blue blood. They'll get irate. I'm talking about shaking mad. And then they'll go, well, in Georgia ain't no fucking blue blood either. And I'll go, yeah, I know. Yeah, duh. You see, notice how I'm not getting mad? Like, I don't give a fuck. I know they're not a blue blood. You know what it is? It's the same thing when you tell Texas A&M fans that they're not a service academy. It's the same type of being mad for no reason. There's no reason to be mad about not being a blue blood. It doesn't mean anything today. As far as how good you are or how good you aren't, it's got nothing to do with it. I mean, would I rather be Georgia, not a blue blood, right now, or Nebraska right now, who is a blue blood? Which would I mean, why do I care? Georgia's not a blue. I don't give a fuck. Georgia has a 41% graduation rate for their players, LOL. Yeah, they all go pro after 3 years. They're all in the NFL. Oh, they're graduating to the NFL. Well, that didn't count towards the graduation rate. But what are you, a Notre Dame fan? Let's click on this guy's name. Got to be a fan of somebody who doesn't win anything. Those are the only people that talk about that. Let's see, channel activity. Good God. Do you spend all day leaving comments on this channel? Holy shit, man. Good God. Ton of super chats, though. Yeah, I'm getting dumber just reading that. UJ is good, but bet Kirby is a wizard. A&M was good in the 40s. They won a natty. 1939, I think it was. Didn't A&M win? I think that was the last natty they won was 1939. I don't know whether they were good in the 40s or not. I'd have to go look it up and see. Texas A&M needs to go back to the Big 12. Dang. Aren't they the best team in the SEC this year, though? All right, halftime. Shout out to the comment section. Y'all got a bet right. We put up a poll. Y'all said take NC State plus 3.5. And that ended up being a winner. So we're 2-0 on the Pay Lou movement since this stream started. And we just won another $75 on NC State. So shout out to the comment section. Y'all got that one right. Honestly, Georgia's better than Texas A&M. Yeah, I don't know. I think it would be a good game, but I think A&M is legit. I think they're good. I think they're really good. I think it would be a good game. I'm not convinced Georgia would beat them. I'm not convinced Georgia would lose to them either. I think it would be a really good game. Bro, I'm a bit retarded. Well, good. Welcome home, bud. You're in the right place. Moth to a flame type deal here. I don't think Georgia's the best team in the country, and I think there's a lot of teams that can beat Georgia. But I think it's going to be a tough out for anybody to beat Georgia. I wonder what the spread will be on the Georgia Tech game. Probably something around Georgia minus 10. I think it'll be between 10 and 13. Georgia is peaking right now. They've played their best 2 games in the last 2 games, so that is a good sign. Returned a donut because it had a hole in it. You know, you can buy the hole that goes in that donut, then you'd have the whole thing. You can buy donut holes. Peaking assumes they can't get better still. Well, then nobody's ever peaked, because everybody could always be better. Just submitted my first parlay using Sleeper. Thanks, Lou. $20 to win $220 if I hit a... Boy, I hope you hit it. That would be a good one. I hope you hit it, man. Keep us updated tomorrow. Are they on tomorrow's games, Austin? Keep me updated tomorrow. I hope you hit that damn thing. Lou, this Friday night game is boring. Glad the next one will have an actual good with clean old-fashioned hate. Yeah, Georgia Tech next Friday at 3:30, I think that game is. I think it's an afternoon game. I think that's a 3:30 game next week. I don't know what the streaming schedule will be for Thanksgiving weekend yet. But you know, there's one game Thursday night. There are a couple of games. I think there's games. I have no idea what Lane Kiffin's going to do. I think it's all equal chances that Ole Miss, Florida, LSU, NFL. I think they're all 25% chance of any of those 4 things happening. I'd love to see another Ohio State Georgia game. That last one was epic. I'm sure we'll see another one pretty soon because neither team appears to be fading away anytime soon. And because of the 12-team playoff, I'm sure we'll see Georgia, Ohio State, you know, if we don't see it this year, sometime in the next few years. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I'll probably watch some of that Lou and LV game, but I'm not going to stream it. No, I'm just gonna stay on for the Florida State game. Is Augusta bigger than Macon? Yeah, Augusta is the second biggest city in Georgia, behind Atlanta. Kiffin's going to take the Penn State job and hire SEC Dog as his OC. Lou, would you ever live in Atlanta? No. Not because I don't like Atlanta, but if I move, I'm not moving an hour up the road. If I move, it'll be to another state in another part of the country. Is Augusta bigger than Macon or Columbus? I just answered that question like 20 seconds ago. I said Augusta is the second biggest city in Georgia behind Atlanta. So by the process of elimination, that means that, yes, Augusta is bigger than Macon and Columbus. UGA is 12.5-point favorite over Georgia Tech right now on DraftKings. Yeah, okay, so I said somewhere between 10 and 13. Lou is going to move to Columbus, Ohio. I've been to Columbus, Ohio. There's no reason for anybody to move there outside of having a football scholarship. Yeah, Vegas would be number one on my list, yeah. Go-to restaurant in Augusta, either T-Bones or Reinhardt's. Is that a Yankees hat, Lou? No, this is just a New York hat. It's just a New York hat, bud. One of your trolls passed away, Lou. Who? I guess that's why it looks like Georgia Tech. Big weekend for Cincinnati. That could be the game of the weekend. Yeah, I like BYU in that one. You're not talking about Florida State, so I'm leaving. Bye, dumbass. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. It's halftime and your dog shit team is losing. There you go. I just talked about Florida State. Bye. This isn't an airport. We don't announce departures or arrivals here, but just get the fuck out. There's no need to type about it. Florida State fans down bad. Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? All right, it's halftime of the game. Let me go to YouTube and see if I can find somebody talking about how shitty Florida State is. Oh, I found one. Oh, this guy's not talking about my team. He's not talking about how shitty my fucking team is. Let me type in the comment section that I'm leaving. That way he knows. Fucking moron. The fuck out. Cut the stream off. Don't tell me what to fucking do. It's halftime of a boring ass fucking game because it's two dog shit teams including Florida State, who's so fucking bad, they're the laughing stock of college football, and you're running around the internet trying to find somebody shitting on Florida State. Fine, I'll be your Huckleberry. Fuck Florida State. They should go back to being an all-girls college like they were all those years before. Fuck that circus school and the clown college, too, that the tornado destroyed. They shouldn't have rebuilt it. It was a waste of fucking money. You've got a head coach who's had 4 losing seasons in 6 years, and you can't afford to fire him because you're running around suing everybody for hurting your goddamn feelings. You better add Lou to the list, bud. Send me a cease and desist. I dare you. You can cease and desist that right there. Fuck Florida State. There you go. We're talking about Florida State now. By the way, I thought you were fucking leaving. I thought you were leaving, retard. Why are you still here? Surprised they even stream Florida State games at this point. Do you think Dabo will ever win a title if Clemson goes to the portal? I'm mind blown they somehow beat Bama. Yeah. Florida State had an undefeated season. No, they didn't. When? In the 90s? It was a long time ago, bud. Now, Florida ain't never had a perfect season, ever. In 130 years. Not one. Hasn't Florida State already lost a Friday night game this year? Yeah, they lost on the road at Virginia back in the end of September. Does Norvell know what he's doing? No, he's got no fucking clue what he's doing. No clue. There's no way you know what you're doing if you've had 4 losing seasons in a row, or 4 losing seasons in 6 years at a place like Florida State. It's impossible to know what you're doing and have 4 losing seasons in 6 years at Florida State. The only difference between Mike Norvell and Willie Taggart is that racist Florida State fans don't hate Mike Norvell because he's white. You fucking goob, you don't even know that Ohio State has a home schedule with Alabama and Georgia. Of course I know that. What are you talking about? I don't know that. For fuck's sake, be in the playoffs? Georgia will be in. I don't know what are you mad about? What are you going on and on about? What the fuck? Is Ohio State going to cancel that home and home with Georgia like they did last time? Maybe. Or, more likely, Georgia returns the favor. Cancels it. Thinking games will be played just because they're scheduled 4 or 5 years in the future has got to be one of the most retarded things anybody ever paid $5 to prove. The SEC just went to 9 conference games. A lot of those non-con games are getting canceled, bud. If you want to spend the next 3 or 4 years keeping yourself up at night thinking you're going to lose 2 games to Georgia, go ahead. But those games probably won't be played. Can't believe you didn't know that, goob. I really believe if Georgia lined up against Ohio State, Georgia would win. Yeah, I don't know. I think Ohio State's the best team, and I don't know if anybody can beat them. Yeah, there's a year coming up where Georgia has 9 conference games plus Georgia Tech, Florida State, and Ohio State. That's not going to happen. Something's getting canceled. So, but I don't know what this guy's mad about talking about. You don't even know Ohio. Of course, I know Ohio State has a home and home schedule with Georgia. I don't know what the fuck this guy. Ohio State barely had 200 yards offense against Texas. Buddy, that was 2.5 months ago. I don't know what that doesn't have anything to do with what's going on now. Georgia almost lost to Auburn. Does that matter today? I mean, have you watched Ohio State at all? I mean, Ohio State is pretty good. All right, NC State returns the second half kickoff. Oh, no, that's a replay from the first half. 3 minutes to go until the second half, it said. Where do you or what do you think Lane Kiffin will do? I've got no idea. I think he's either going to Florida, LSU, staying at Ole Miss, or going to the NFL, but I've got no idea which of those 4 things he's going to do. I've got no clue. No idea. He's going to go where whoever has the best yoga instructors. Been watching you for years. I'm a Gamecock fan. You were so nice the times you reached out to Carolina Jackpot, also helping him with that TV. Jackpot's a great dude, man. I've met him a bunch of times. Jackpot's a really good dude. I like him a lot. I've been watching him for I don't know, a decade. He's a good guy. How bad is Georgia going to beat Georgia Tech, Lou? I don't know, but I do think they'll beat them. Georgia Tech had their chance last year. Georgia Tech should have beat Georgia last year. They had that game won and they blew it. And then they blew it in overtime. Terrible play calling by them in overtime. But they should have won that game last year. And they blew it. I don't know if they'll get another chance that good for a while. I mean, Georgia Tech doesn't even think they can beat Georgia anymore. They done sold their home game in that series. They're like, fuck it, we can't beat Georgia, it doesn't matter. Might as well sell our home game, make $10 million to lose instead of losing at home for free. LSU isn't going to find a good replacement. None of the top coaches are going to that school. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think the way the coaches look at things and the way fans in the comment section look at things might be a little bit different. But I think the LSU job is a really, really good job. Now, the political stuff that was going on, that was a mess. And they got to stop that. They got to tell the governor to shut the fuck up, go back to his office, and continue to do nothing like the rest of the politicians do. Just sit there and be quiet. Don't butt your nose into athletic affairs. That's a mess. But if they can get beyond that, I think LSU is one of the best jobs in all of college football. Probably Tennessee will be the fan base that brags the most about almost beating Georgia this year, because they're not going to have anything else to brag about. All right, second half underway. 7-3, NC State up over Florida State. Mike Norvell looking down bad on the sideline. There's basically a ticking clock hanging over his head. Now they got to show Goose Malzoon now. 2nd and 4 coming up now for Florida State. Castellanos in a shotgun. Waiting for the snap. Motion. There's the snap. Gonna hand it off this time. Tries to get to the corner and can't. Drag down right behind the line of scrimmage. And there's a flag down behind the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the penalty is. Looks like holding on Florida State. So that's gonna back Florida State up here and put them in a hole on their opening drive of the second half. Hope you make bank this weekend, says Marcy Rian. Thank you. I hope I do too. We got to hit some of these bets on the games tomorrow. Well, we hit 2 today, so we're 2-0 today. So what were we down? $200 and something earlier. What are we down now? Only down $135 now. So not too bad. We can make that up tomorrow. Back to throw on 2nd and 14. Castellanos dancing around in the pocket. Has to get rid of it. Throws it away out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd and long now for Florida State. 14-10 to go in the third quarter. Martin, thank you for the super chat. He says, some Noel fans think that their team is closer to being a blue blood than Georgia. Well, that's just not true. Florida State was absolutely terrible for their entire existence until the mid-'80s. So there's nothing they can ever do to become a blue blood. They were just too bad for too long. Pass complete on 3rd and 14, but well short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and about 6 here. And FSU is going to go 3 and out on their first possession. They'll have to punt here to start the third quarter. I wonder if FSU could get Mullen from UNLV. I don't know if Mullen wants another Power 4 job, to be honest. I don't know that he's cut out for a pressure-packed Power 4 job. That's what got to him at Florida. He's not a terrible coach. It was the pressure of the Florida job that got to him. That and the recruiting. NC State returns the punt for no gain. It's going to be 1st and 10, NC State around their own 20. They should have played this game on Thursday. Florida may be able to beat Florida State by 30. I don't know about that. I'll probably end up picking Florida to win that game next week when I do my predictions. Yeah, I'll probably end up picking Florida in that one. MTG resigned. Yeah. Our long national nightmare is over. We no longer have to be embarrassed as residents of Georgia that we have one of the dumbest human beings on the planet as a congressional representative. Now, she wasn't my representative. I don't live in her district, but she's dumber than a drawer full of dead batteries. LSU pushing to offer Lane Kiffin $90 million. The total amount of money a coach is paid is irrelevant. It's the yearly amount that matters. But he's going to get between $13 and $15 million a year no matter where he goes. The yearly salary isn't going to have anything to do with what Lane Kiffin decides to do. He's going to make the same amount of money no matter where he goes. Love the Friday night live streams. Cheers, Lou. Hey, thanks, buddy. Yeah, we've had a good time with these Friday streams this year. We've been lucky with some good games. This one's kind of sloppy and two bad teams, but at least it's close. NC State looking at a third down here on their first possession of the second half after Florida State went 3 and out. 7-3, NC State with a 4-point lead. 3rd and 1 now with 12:50 to go in the third. NC State going to try to pick up the first down here on 3rd and short. They're not going to get it. They barely got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down. Damn, you can't pick up a yard, man? Come on, man. Can't help but wonder why she's quitting. Well, she's quitting because she pissed off Donald Trump, and Donald Trump no longer supports her, and Donald Trump was going to pay for somebody to primary her in the next election. So that's why she quit. She went from being Donald Trump's puppet to being on his naughty list. NC State went for it on that 4th and 1 and got it. That was a risky fucking call there in a 4-point game to go for it on 4th and 1 after you just got stuffed on 3rd and 1 inside your own 30-yard line. And they damn near got stuffed again. They were lucky to pick that up. Look at this. They probably should have been tackled right there, but of course Florida State has no idea what they're doing. 1st and 10 NC State. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Not a lot of room. A yard, maybe 2. NC State seems to win lots of games they should lose and lose lots of games they should win. That's a pretty fair description of Dave Duran at NC State. Yeah. That's a pretty accurate description there. 2nd and 8, they're back to throw this time. Nowhere to go. Dancing around in the pocket. Now rolls right. Wants to run. Going to be tackled from behind about a yard, maybe 2, short of the first down. Another 3rd and short coming up here for NC State. Lane and LSU finalizing $90 million deal, according to Ross Dellinger at Yahoo Sports. How many years? I'm guessing, whatever 90 divided by 15 is. What is that, an 8-year deal? $15 million a year? Kirby was actually all SEC in 1998. Didn't know that after he got his shit destroyed by Jamal Lewis. I think for a while he held the interception record at Georgia. There's a big play by NC State. All the way down inside the Florida State 40. They're in business now. 9:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. A quarterback draw. A little hole opened up on the left side. Quarterback got loose. Gain of about 25 yards. Lou, the media always cries that there's SEC bias. Maybe there's actually anyone but SEC bias. Your Joel Klatz and Collins of the world love the Big Ten. Nobody has worse SEC bias than the NFL. The NFL's got the most amount of SEC bias by a mile. Empty backfield, back to throw on 2nd and 8. Diving catch. Gain of about 6 yards, 3rd and short coming up. Boy, it's a lot of 3rd and shorts here for NC State. Good evening, Uncle Lou, from your favorite Irish fan. Just wanted to see how your week's been. And so far, so good, Mr. Toporek. Good to see you in here. Hope you've had a good week. Third and 2 with 8:15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 7-3, NC State up over FSU. Big 3rd down for NC State here. They're in field goal range. They're going to do another quarterback draw, and he's going to pick up the first down with a spin move down inside the 25. 1st and 10, NC State. NC State just converting all these short distances, yeah. They've got a lineman down right now, so we're going to get an injury timeout here. No, that's a tight end. I'm sorry. That's the tight end that's down for NC State. NC State went for it on 4th down and got it. Yes, they did. Yes, they did about 10 minutes ago. Thank you for the super chat, bud. I appreciate that. When Notre Dame can take you out, how good do you think you really are? I don't know. Ohio State's winless all time against UGA. Notre Dame is 1-3 all time against UGA. So that's a weird comment for an Ohio State fan to make, considering your team is winless all time against Georgia. 7-3 game score. Yes. Yes, it is. That's accurate. I'm a 5-star dummy. LSU finalized the offer. It was worded weird. FSU effing soft university, bunch of pansies, says Austin Rogers. Yeah, I mean, Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss put out a statement today that said they're going to tell everybody what's going on the Saturday after the Egg Bowl. So maybe something leaks out before that, but the only official statement I've seen from anybody anywhere is that statement that Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss put out today, that they're concentrating on the Egg Bowl, and they will make an announcement about Lane Kiffin's future at Ole Miss the Saturday after the Egg Bowl. A busy semester and becoming a dad limited my time in the comments section, but finals are about over and my reign of terror can begin in December. Well, it's good to see you back in here, buddy. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Putt for the fun of it. I think we still have a putt here. Vols beat Florida and don't get Lane. Florida man about to be down real bad. The money that Lane Kiffin is being offered is not going to have anything to do with where he goes. Any school will match any other amount, including Ole Miss. He's not going to leave Ole Miss because Ole Miss refuses to pay him $15 million a year. So he's going to get the money he gets no matter where he goes. So that won't have anything to do with where he goes or if he stays at Ole Miss. I mean, do you really think if Florida wants Lane Kiffin really bad and they offer him $14 million a year and then LSU offers him $15 million, do you really think Florida's going to go, okay, we'll pay you $14 million, but we're not going to pay you $15 million. You can just go to LSU. No. He's going to get whatever he's going to get no matter what he does. The only place he would maybe make less money would be if he went to the NFL. Ryan Day overrated, born on third base, can only win with Urban's recruits. His win percentage is fraudulent. He doesn't have any, there's not a single Urban Meyer recruit on the team last year when he won a natty. He's got the highest winning percentage in the history of college football. To say that he's only winning because he took over a good team is idiotic. Have you seen what Kalen DeBoer's doing at Alabama? He took over a good team. Why hadn't he winning a bunch of natties? And why didn't he have a 95% winning percentage? Why is Brian Kelly getting fired at LSU? They won a natty in 2019. He inherited a loaded team. He was born on third base. Why isn't he winning a natty and have a 95% winning percentage? Could it be because he's not as good of a head coach as Ryan Day? Any statement about Ryan Day's coaching ability that doesn't start with Ryan Day is one of the best coaches in all of college football is either idiot. Well, it is idiotic. And the person saying it is either truly retarded or they just hate Ohio State so bad they can't force themselves to say anything good about them. Oh, that's that holding, boy. That's the worst holding I've ever seen. They called it too. Defensive holding on Florida State. I mean, it's actually a good penalty. It would have been an easy touchdown for NC State. So it's actually a good penalty. But my God, that's the most obvious holding on a wide receiver maybe I've ever seen. I think Ryan Day goes to the NFL after this season. If he leaves Ohio State, it'll be because of their fans. That's for sure. They treated him like absolute shit for no reason. They wanted him fired 6 weeks before he won a natty. NC State quarterback draw, gains a yard. It's going to be second and goal from the 1. Whatever the problem was, Dave fixed the shit after Michigan. 1-3 versus Michigan, though. Urban was 7-0. Yes. I mean, that's a true statement. Doesn't have... Are you posting that as proof that Ryan Day isn't any good? If you are, then you're going to have to be in the same category as the other person. I heard people from Michigan does weird stuff with nocturnal animals. Dogs aren't going to lose to Tech. Yeah, I don't think so either. Oh, Florida State had 13 players on the field. That's too many. So another crack at it. First and goal for NC State now from the 1. Back-to-back penalties for Florida State. And I think NC State got in that time. It looks like a touchdown. Lou, why schedule hard games going forward after this year? That's a fair point. Now, I would limit it to Notre Dame. I would just say stop scheduling Notre Dame. Miami scheduled Notre Dame, beat them, and it doesn't mean anything. So, I think everybody should stop scheduling Notre Dame. Another penalty? Oh, they're going to review it to see if he scored. We'd be in the playoffs for sure if we scheduled Akron instead of Oklahoma. Or you could have won the game. That's always a possibility. You could win the game. Or just beat Ohio State. I'm done betting on FSU. You bet on FSU? Dang. Come on, Baylor, man. You got to know better than that. You bet Florida State on the road on a Friday night? Are you allergic to money? Second and goal for NC State from the half-yard line. They're up 7-3, 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let's see if they can punch it in here. Second and goal from the half-yard line. Snap. Quarterback draw again. Touchdown that time. No doubt about it that time. Don't even need to review it. NC State's going to extend their lead. 13-3. The extra point will make it 14. Thoughts on the rumor of Kalen DeBoer to Penn State? I don't think it'll happen if they beat Auburn and make the playoffs. If they lose to Auburn, then the Alabama fans are going to go nuts and, go egg his house and do all the dumb shit that Alabama fans do every time Alabama loses a game, and he may decide to leave and get the fuck out. But I don't think he'll leave to take the Penn State job while Alabama is busy practicing for the playoffs. Lou, the walls are caving in all around me, but there's a quiet comfort in the certainty. Go Frogs. Well, you on that Ambien again? Florida State has them right where they want them, yeah. Yeah, Florida State's got them right where they want them. Octavian should be a coach at Florida. They ought to let him go in there and do pep rallies before the game, or what do you call it? A pep talk. They ought to let him do the pep talk before the game, go in the locker room and give the team a pep talk before the game. I swear all these Michigan fans do is think about us. It's their Super Bowl, going to be great when we beat them, and they disappear for 4 months, says OSU man. Yeah, I think Ohio State beats them by 30 this year, but the problem with that is I've picked Ohio State to beat them every year, so I don't know how confident that should make anybody, but I think Ohio State is going to run it up on them. I think Ohio State's just been fucking around with all these low-level teams they've been playing. I think they're way better than what they're showing people. Offensively, I'm talking about. I think they've been very vanilla offensively because they know they can beat these teams. Their defense is the best in the country. They can go out there on offense and they don't even have to turn the page in the playbook. They can just call plays off the first page all game long and win. I think that's what they've been doing. I think I think they're going to absolutely open a can on Michigan. Florida needs a homeless guy on the sidelines like Miami. I'll be right back. Fox Big Ten media apparatus is nonstop propaganda. Is that the new thing now? Don't watch it then. ESPN is SEC propaganda. Fox is Big Ten propaganda. The playoff committee is Catholic propaganda. What I mean, what effect does that have on you? If some Big Ten guy is hyping up the Big Ten on TV or the internet or whatever, what does that matter? Auburn man preemptively crying about the refs for the Iron Bowl. Auburn fans have spent the entire year crying either about their coach or the refs, one of the two, constantly. YouTube is suggesting all your videos from like 10 years ago. Feels like a different Lou back then. Was a different Lou back then. It definitely was a different Lou back then. Thank you for the super chat, Jolish and William. I love how people are surprised that a network that spends billions on rights to a league would hype that league. Why do we look so bad, Lou, says Seminole Samurai. Well, you know why. Two reasons. One, you got a coach that doesn't know what he's doing. Two, you've got a roster full of players that don't give a shit about Florida State because they were recruited as 1 or 2 year mercenaries out of the portal because Norvell's been there 6 years and hasn't figured out how to recruit players to Florida State out of high school, which is an absolute shame. And as long as he's there, it's not going to get any better. I've been in favor of the SEC going to 9 conference games forever and a day because of this weekend. Nobody likes watching these fucking games. It's a waste of time. These mercenaries aren't very good. Well, I mean, that's the problem. So, like, if you're a Florida State fan and you're like, okay, we're having a bad year. What about next year? Well, there's no fucking plan for next year. They haven't recruited. Mike Norvell is supposed to be some kind of offensive quarterback genius. The guy's been there 6 years. He hasn't recruited a single high school quarterback in 6 years that can start for Florida State. Why? It's a fucking transfer guy every goddamn year. I mean, it don't make no sense. Florida State should not have to be getting 90% of their starters out of the portal every year. It's a fucking embarrassment. First and 10, Florida State now down 14-3. They're on their own 12. They're going to hand it off this time. Gain of about 4. Second down coming up for the Noles. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 14-3, NC State with the lead. Why would any coach in his right mind go to Auburn for $12 or $13 million a year? Is Bama still good? I mean, I guess it depends on how many good teams you think there are in the country. I think Bama's good, but Zach Smith said there's only 4 good teams in the entire country. Georgia, Ohio State, Indiana, and Oregon. So I guess it depends on what your definition of good is. Going deep, Castellanos, nearly a one-handed miracle catch on the sideline, but it falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Are you betting on the Georgia basketball game? No, I didn't even know they were playing until somebody mentioned it in the chat earlier. Are they winning? Hey, monkey. Georgia's winning 62-58. FSU getting portal QBs. UJS middle schoolers signed for the 2029 season. What? I said, what you doing? You want to get in your box? Want to get in your box too? Come on, let me get in your box. You get in your box? No? You don't want to get in the box? All right. 2nd and 10, Florida State keeps it on the ground, gain of 5. It's going to be 3rd down coming up for the Noles. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Texas A&M and Texas Tech going to the playoffs and not Texas is hilarious. TCU made a natty more recently than the Horns. Horny toad over the horns, says Joelish. Yeah, I don't think Texas deserves to get in, even if they beat Texas A&M at the end of the year. They'd be 9-3, and that would be a good win, but I don't think that would be enough. They have a horrible loss to a bad Florida team, and then they got blown out by Georgia, 25 points. The best thing about them is probably a 7-point loss to Ohio State. Castellanos on a quarterback draw picks up the 1st down out near the 45, 1st and 10, Florida State. Who is Zach Smith? He used to be the wide receivers coach for Urban Meyer for a long, long time. He was on the Ohio State staff. Now he runs a podcast and a YouTube channel. Shorthorns down almost as bad as me, says Baylor Man. DeBoer might go to Penn State. Well, there's a rumor out there that Penn State would want DeBoer, but I don't know if DeBoer would leave Bama to go to Penn State. Maybe if they lose to Auburn, he'll consider it because the fans are going to want to blow his house up if that happens. Yeah, I used to have him on this channel quite a bit, Zach Smith, when he was first starting out on YouTube. I forget how he found me on YouTube and emailed me and was thinking about starting a YouTube channel and was, kind of advice, that kind of, wanted, what advice can I give him and stuff like that. And we ended up trading phone numbers and talking a bunch of times. And he came on my show a bunch of times when he was first starting out on YouTube. I could get him back on. Y'all want me to have him back on? I could have him back on. Third and 6 for Florida State, right at midfield. Nearly intercepted. Going to be 4th and 6. Who do you have, Lou, Florida State or Florida? If I had to pick right now, I'd take Florida, but I got to see what they look like this weekend. They might be in give-up mode just like Florida State is. Whoever said Zach Smith was a DV offender is a fucking liar. Lawsuit incoming. Well, you're probably getting a little carried away with a lawsuit. If he went around filing lawsuits against everybody that said that to him, that's all he would ever have time to do. He'd be filing lawsuits nonstop. He gets told that 1,000,000 times a day on Twitter and another 1,000,000 times a day in the comment section on his YouTube. So, I'm not saying you're wrong to defend him, but as far as lawsuit incoming, I'm going to say that's a little bit of cap there. Yeah, threw it to the middle of nowhere on 4th down, incomplete. Better get in your box, too. better get in your box over there. I'm almost over here. You won't get in your box. You're not going to get in your box? Huh? Not going to get in your box? Come here. Come here. Come here. You going to make me come get you? You going to make me come get you? Oh, I got you. I got you now. You gotta say hi to the people now. I done got you now, see? You gotta say hi to everybody. They wanted to see how's the monk doing. I told him he was doing good. I told him he was doing good. You wanna get in your box? Like it in your box? Norvell needs to be fired after this game because this is such a disgrace. Well, they already said they're not firing him till, they'll decide after the season or whatever. Do Monk and Bird get along? Yeah, for the most part. I mean, they pretty much ignore each other, but, I mean, they don't fight or anything. Who's got NC State on the money line? I wish I would have done it. I didn't. We had NC State plus 3.5 in the first half, so we won that bet, but I wish I would have put something on the money line here for NC State. Oh, you're getting out of the box now? No more box today? That's it for the box today? I don't know what breeds of cat are. I'm not really a cat person. I just ended up with that one. So I don't even know. I don't know what breed of cat that is. I don't know anything about cats like that with the breeds and that. It's a Labubu. I don't know what that is. They're talking about you in there. They're talking about you in there. You gonna do something about it? They're talking about you in there. Yeah. How did Bama lose to FSU? Bama's really soft team this year, and they got pushed around and dominated and out-efforted, particularly at the lines of scrimmage. You leaving me? If Bama's soft, why'd they beat UJ? Soft teams win games all the time, buddy. Go back and watch Oklahoma from 2016 to 2019 when they were busy making the playoffs every year. Soft as shit. Watch Southern Cal right now. Watch Ohio State in 21 and 22. You've never seen a soft team win a game? Are you really that retarded? One thing all soft teams have in common, though, no natty. Yeah, no natty. Have you watched Alabama try to run the ball this year? What are they, 110th in rushing this year? Can't stop the run either? That's fucking soft. Commercial break on the game. Still 14-3. Who do you want Georgia to make the SEC championship? I always want Georgia to make the. I still, I still think winning the conference is a pretty big deal. Any conference. Go check on 3 Lou, Lane to LSU. There is no announcement on 3 that Lane Kiffin is taking the LSU job. So there's no point in me going to look for something that doesn't exist. He may take the job at LSU, but he hasn't taken the job yet. There's not going to be any announcement made about Lane Kiffin until the Saturday after the Egg Bowl. Second down now. Fourth quarter underway. 14 and a half minutes to go in the game. NC State 14, Florida State 3. NC State has the ball on the Florida State 35, 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Complete. Behind the line of scrimmage. Pushed out of bounds. Might have lost a yard. Is there any hope for LSU program? Yeah. There's always hope for LSU. I hate that the Egg Bowl isn't on Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's part of the SEC TV deal with Disney, is to move some of Rivalry weekend's games to Friday. Georgia Tech got moved to Friday, and Ole Miss Mississippi State got moved to Friday. I think there's another one. Might be 3 SEC games on Friday, but I know those 2 are on. Georgia would never give up playing a soft opponent week 1. Well, they beat Clemson in week 1 2 out of the last 3 years. They've beat Oregon in week 1 3 years ago. But other than that, you're completely and totally wrong again. Just like you've been wrong with almost everything you've typed in the comment section for the last 2 hours and for the last 2 years, for that matter. Nobody has played more non-conference opponents in the last 10 years than the University of Georgia. Not a single team. Definitely not Ohio State. The only time Ohio State ever won the Natty was when they played no non-conference opponents at all last year. 0. Not a single one. Didn't have the nuts. And what do you know? They won the Natty by not scheduling a single non-conference game. 0 Power 4 non-con games for Ohio State last year when they won the Natty. But yeah, Georgia's played more non-conference Power 4 opponents in the last 10 years than anybody else in the country. And to be honest with you, it's not close at all. Clemson would whoop Georgia's ass. Yep, every single time except for when they actually play. Clemson is 18-44 all time against Georgia. And they've lost how many in a row? 4? Yeah, last year wasn't 2002, but I'll take your word for it that way back in 2002, Ohio State played a real non-conference schedule. 23 years ago. Do I think FSU can come back? No. What, like in this game? No. No. No, I don't at all. I don't think they've got any chance of coming back. Is UJ going to make the SEC championship game? It's going to come down to tiebreakers after next week's games. going to come down to the opponent. It's going to come down to opponent win percentage between Georgia, Bama, Ole Miss, and maybe Texas and Texas A&M if Texas beats Texas A&M. It's either going to be a 3-way tie or a 5-way tie. And the tiebreaker is opponent win percentage, which you won't know until the last games are played next weekend. If Ole Miss loses to Mississippi State, they're out. They can't make the SEC championship game. If they beat Mississippi State, then they might make the SEC championship game. It depends what else happens in every other conference game. NC State sacked all the way back at midfield, a huge loss. It's going to be 4th in oblivion now for NC State. They're going to have to punt it away here with 13 and a half minutes to go in the game. Isn't Texas eliminated from SEC championship too? No. They have, yeah. Well, they're not eliminated because, I guess, are they? They've got 2 SEC losses. Yeah, they probably are eliminated. But if they beat Texas A&M, then Texas A&M will be tied with Ole Miss, Bama, and Georgia. Yeah, Texas has 2 SEC losses, so they're out. If they beat Texas A&M, then A&M, Georgia, Bama, and Ole Miss will all have 1. So it would come down to tiebreakers, the opponent win percentage. Georgia doesn't have any SEC games left. Georgia's played all their SEC games. Ole Miss would be eliminated. If they lose, yeah. If they lose to Mississippi State, yeah. Can you explain opponent win percentage? Yeah, you take everybody you played and you factor their win percentage. Conference opponents. It's conference opponent winning percentage. You know what a winning percentage is, don't you? So you take the 8 SEC teams that you played and you average their win percentage. Florida State close to a first down on 2nd and 6 out near the 24. Might be a little short. Less nervous about the Georgia Tech game. Their defense is bad. Georgia might score 50 on it. Their defense is really bad. First and 10, Florida State on their own 24. Play action pass. Castellanos in the pocket, throws deep, real deep. Pass interference. The ball was drastically underthrown. It would have been a touchdown if he'd have laid it out in front of that receiver, but it was underthrown. The receiver had to stop, and the DB ran into him. So they're going to get NC State for pass interference there. Remember, Georgia Tech damn near lost to Colorado. Yeah, 2.5 months ago. And Georgia almost lost to Auburn and couldn't score against Austin Peay. I mean, y'all have to stop picking out the worst thing that a team did and then trying to pretend that that means something. Alabama lost to Florida State. That didn't seem to matter when Alabama came into Athens to play Georgia. So picking out the worst thing that a team did over the course of 12 games to try to make an argument that that means they can't do something against some other team is just ridiculous. Second and 7 for Florida State. Back to throw. Scrambling. Gets rid of it. Caught over near the sideline across midfield. Another first down for Florida State. Into NC State territory at the 49. First and 10, Florida State with 11 minutes to go in the game. Lou, do you watch Saved by the Bell? Not any time in the last 35 years or so. These 2-yard runs into the back of the line, man, so predictable. Right where they want them, Woo. Do you have a dog? Yeah, we have a dog. Damn near lost to Boston College. Is that recent enough? Yeah, Georgia almost lost to Florida. I mean, I guess Georgia, that must mean Georgia Tech's going to beat Georgia. I mean, I've already told you, I don't know how many different ways I have to tell you that I don't think Georgia Tech is beating Georgia. But pointing out that they almost lost a game 2.5 months ago doesn't have anything to do with why I think Georgia is beating Georgia. Nothing that happened in the Georgia Tech-Colorado game has anything to do with why I think Georgia will beat Georgia Tech. Third and 6 coming up now for Florida State. 10 minutes to go in the game. They're down 14-3, trying to get back in the game here. Castellanos back to throw in the pocket, going deep again. He's covered. Whoa, what a catch. That was great coverage, but just a really good catch by, is that Deuce Robinson? I think that's Deuce Robinson. Georgia wanted him bad out of high school. I think he went to, didn't he go to Southern Cal out of high school? And then this year transferred to Florida State for no reason, so he could barely make a bowl game. I think so. That was a great fucking catch, though. First and goal, Florida State at the 10. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 3 yards. Second and long coming up now for Florida State. If Texas Tech played Indiana, who would I pick? Well, I'd take the under. I don't know. I think Texas Tech is good. I mean, I think Indiana's good too. I don't know. Quarterback draw. Tackled around the 8-yard line. Third and goal coming up now for Florida State. Got a score here. Well, even a field goal would make it a 1-possession game. A field goal would make it an 8-point game. Third and goal from the 9. 4 wide. Back to throw. Castellanos gets rid of it. Caught. Right? Yeah, touchdown Florida State. Back in it. It's going to be 14-9. The extra point will make it 14-10. They'll probably go for 2 to try to make it a 3-point game. 2-point conversion would make it 14-11. FSU trying to make this a game. Yeah, they just won't give up, will they? They just won't take no for an answer. Boy, they try so hard, Florida State does. I'm so proud of them. They ought to give Norvell an extension. Look, this team ain't giving up. Norvell might just need another 5 or 15 years or so. Get it turned around. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Smells like a quarterback draw. No, he's going to throw. Nope, he is going to run. Now he's going to throw. Now he's going to run again. He threw it and it was caught. They only rushed 3. So Castellanos had an hour and a half in the pocket there, sat down, made a ham sandwich, got up, and the guy got loose in the end zone and he hit him. So they convert the 2-point conversion. It's going to be a 3-point game now. Mike Norvell, Coach of the Year. Yeah, he needs an extension after this performance here. I mean, you don't just waltz into NC State on a Friday night and expect to come out with an easy win, but Florida State is giving it all they got here. So proud of them. Yeah, you just want to pat them on their head, don't you? This is the team that beat Bama. Yeah, wait till you find out who Bama beat. You're going to be shocked. Who loves Notre Dame? Fuck Notre Dame. FSU was plus 300 to win. Neighbor across the street is an FSU fan, and I don't see the TV on. Looks like he gave up. Dang. In terms of the playoffs, what happens if Tech loses to Pitt but beats UGA? I think they would need help to get in at 10-2 without winning the ACC. They would need some other teams in the 8 to 14 range to lose. Hey Lou, Coach Norvell here. Thank you for not giving up on me. Yeah, no problem, Coach. I think they just need to extend you for another 5 or 10 years, bud. Lou only loves Georgia, Miami, and BBB. I don't know what BBB is. Where did the Notre Dame man touch you, Lou? BYU is the Cincinnati tomorrow night. Watch for some magic. I think BYU wins that one. Tech can't stop Georgia wide receivers. Oh, big booty bitches. Yeah. Well, you got to respect a dump truck when you see one. I mean, I am a red-blooded American male, you know. What's up, Auburn fan? FSU will be underwater as well as the entire state in about a century. Yeah, either that or a hurricane will hit in the right place and the state will just break off and float away. Which race throws the best cookout? I have to admit, I don't know that I've ever been to any Mexican cookouts. So as far as my experience, I'm going to have to go with black people. I don't really know why I've never been to a Mexican cookout, but I'm invited to every black cookout. So I've been to a bunch of those. So I'm going to have to go with black cookout. All right, 14-11. NC State's going to have to do something on offense here because there's still a lot of time left in this one. 8:17 to go. NC State with a 3-point lead. 1st and 10 on their own 25. Shotgun. Snap. Rolls right. Throws back across his body. Caught. Gain of 13 and a first down. Dangerous throw into traffic. Back across his body. That's a big no-no there. It's one of the first things they tell you not to do when you're playing quarterback and you're 9 years old. Don't run one way and throw it the other. But he did it anyway. Worked this time. 1st and 10 NC State. Back to throw again. Looks left. Throws left. Caught. Short gain, though, up near the 40. Gain of about 2 or 3. 2nd down coming up now. 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Do you think Notre Dame offense is impressive, especially compared to other years? I think Jeremiah Love might be the best player in college football. He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. And the quarterback has played better than I thought he would, too, considering it's his first year as a starter. Their defense, I don't think, is quite as good as it was last year. Still pretty good, but not quite as good. But I think their offense is better than last year. If there are farms, there are Mexicans doing the jobs we are not willing to do for the same amount. Probably run coming on 3rd and short. Yes, 3rd and 1. Just under 7 minutes to go. 3-point lead for NC State. They need to pick up this first down here. Every first down is worth about 3 or 4 minutes off the clock. Six and a half to go. 3rd and 1. Shotgun for NC State. Quarterback draw all the way. And he picked up the first down out across the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, NC State with 6:20 to go. Who is going to pay me reparations? What race are you? Are you black? Are you Japanese? What are you? Are you Indian? If you're Indian or Japanese, you've already been paid. Mexican? You're not getting any reparations then. You're not owed any. Notre Dame, I think, is the only team that doesn't do trick plays. A handoff on first down for NC State. Gains about 3. 2nd down coming up. 5:40 to go in the game. But I worked on a cotton farm. You don't get reparations because you worked. Everybody works, almost. I'm working right now. Do I get reparations? Second and 7. Scrambling for his life. Now throws deep downfield. Wow, had a man, overthrew him. 3rd and 7 now with 5 minutes to go. If anything, Japanese people owe other people reparations. They fucked up the continent of Asia in World War II. Well, we also rounded up and imprisoned every Japanese American in this country for no reason. So there is that. But we paid them reparations already. Just so you guys know, that's a New York hat, not a Yankees hat. Yeah, this is just a New York hat. You might be getting a $2,000 reparations check for being forced to pay tariffs this year. You might be getting that. 3rd down play, no good. It's going to be 4th and 17. NC State's going to have to punt it away, so Florida State will get another crack at it here. 4.5 minutes and the clock is ticking. There's going to be about 4 minutes left by the time Florida State gets the ball after this punt. Oh no. Oh my God. Did y'all see that punt? Holy shit. I've never seen that much backspin on a punt. Oh shit. They said it touched Florida State? Wow. I didn't know it touched the Florida State player. I thought it hit the ground and had backspin on it and was just going to end up being a terrible punt. I got to see this again. Oh, okay, yeah, it hit him right in the fucking head. Okay, yeah, I missed that. I thought it hit the ground and just had backspin on it, but no, it hit the Florida State man right in his fucking peanut head. And NC State jumps on it. They're going to have the ball right back near the line of scrimmage where they started, but they're going to have the ball 1st and 10. What a terrible break for Florida State. Not really his fault either. It just hit him he didn't see it. It just hit him in the back, came down and hit him in the back of the head. Nothing really he could do there. And then the ball rolled backwards 25 yards. NC State jumps on it, so they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 40. Ends up being like a 5-yard gain for NC State. Oh, man. 3:53 to go. They're probably 1 or 2 first downs or 2 first downs away from winning this thing. Keep it on the ground, bounce outside. Gain of about 2. Second down coming up for NC State. That was a wild fucking play there. That punt. That was wild. Florida State would have had the ball with plenty of time left and a lot of momentum. They scored a touchdown and then forced a 3 and out. Wow. Just bad luck on that punt there. 2nd and 8 for NC State with 3.5 minutes to go in the game. They're up 3, 14-11. Back to throw. Nope. Quarterback draw. Gets loose. They didn't call a face mask or something there? How did they not call a face mask there? Florida State caught a break there. That looked like a pretty obvious face mask to me. 3rd and 1, though. Under 3 minutes to go. Boy, it seems like there has been 25 3rd and 1s in this game. How do you not call that? I don't know how you don't call that face mask there. Oh my God. That's going to be huge if for some reason they don't pick up this first down. Now NC State's going to commit a false start and it's going to be 3rd and 6. Wow. How did they miss that face mask call there? It should be 1st and 10 NC State on the Florida State 35. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 6 on their own 40. Wow. A missed face mask on Florida State and then a false start on NC State. So instead of 1st and 10 at the Florida State 35, it's 3rd and 6 NC State at their own 42-yard line. 2:35 to go. Well, Florida State caught a break there after botching that punt a minute ago. What does NC State do here? Do you throw the ball on 3rd and 6 or do you run it to keep the clock moving? Shotgun. Snap, back to throw. Rolls right. Intercepted. No, dropped. Damn near intercepted at the 45. Florida State dropped it, but it's going to be 4th and 6. The clock stops with 2.5 minutes to go. NC State going to have to punt it again. Florida State getting a lot of opportunities here in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. I genuinely hope Georgia gets humiliated in the playoffs, says a Texas fan who has lost 3 straight games to Georgia. I bet you do. I bet you do. You're like the kid in school that gets somebody else to fight for him because you can't do it yourself. I get it, buddy. Fair catch called by Florida State. Fumbled again. NC State got it. Now that's all on Florida State right there. Holy shit. There was nothing wrong with that punt. That was no accident or fluke. He literally called for a fair catch, was standing right underneath it. It popped off his shoulder pads onto the ground and NC State jumped on it. Florida State just fucking blew it. I mean, you just got to make that catch. What in the world, man? Come on, dude. Come on. Comedy of fucking errors here for Florida State. Holy shit, man. Wow. This has been a crazy 3 or 4 minutes at the end of this game, y'all. A wild fucking ending to this game. And it's still not over. Florida State's got 3 timeouts. If they can force a field goal, a 3 and out and a field goal, they're going to get the ball back again. Unbelievable. I cannot believe he muffed that punt. That's unbelievable. God dang. ACC is going to have to start paying people to watch these games. This is Clemson Louisville 2.0. I don't know, man. This is getting good at the end. I mean, it's been sloppy football, no doubt. It hasn't been good. It hasn't been good football. But fuck, it's getting exciting at the end, though. FSU has them right where they want them still? Yeah, okay. I hear you. Florida State basically a MAC team. Ah, dang. Yeah, there's nothing worse than Midwest football. The MAC. The MAC, like, even other group of 5 conferences look at the MAC and go, what the fuck are you? A group of 5, if the group of 5, or I guess it's the group of 6 now, if they ever split off and start their own playoff, they're going to look at the MAC the same way the Power 4 looks at the group of 5. Like, they're going to get, they're going to start forming their own playoff, and they're going to go, should we let the MAC get a team in, you know, just to let them have a spot? The MAC is fucking dog shit, man. They might as well give up football. Can't they play lacrosse or whatever other stupid shit they like to do up there in the Midwest? MAC. They put the MAC games on Tuesday, don't they? Damn. Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Fun fact, Lou, Mike Norvell is winless all time against NC State. Damn. Well, when you got 4 losing seasons in 6 years, you're probably winless all time against a lot of people. Form an ice fishing league for the MAC. I watch it sometimes because there's nothing else on, but it's not good football, the MAC, generally. The ACC without Clemson is a JV conference. Clemson's like the 11th or 12th best team in the ACC, bud. No way Norvell is there next year. If Florida State keeps Mike Norvell, then there's no other conclusion to draw other than they have given up on football, because it's inexcusable for any coach at Florida State to have 4 losing seasons in 6 years. I mean, that's just, you almost have to be trying to lose at Florida State to have 4 losing seasons in 6 years. Lane Kiffin decision coming after the Egg Bowl. Yeah, Saturday after the Egg Bowl, I think is what he said. Lou, proud of that hat for some reason. I don't know, proud of it? I don't know if I've ever been, I don't know if a hat is something you get proud of, is it? It's just something you wear, isn't it? Hey Lou, look up a kid named Isaiah Williams. He's my friend and played at Tavares High School in Florida. He's going to play college football. Thoughts on the 25-team playoff format? Well, there is no 25-team playoff format. There's a 24-team playoff format that's being pushed by the Big Ten because they're retarded. But nobody other than the Big Ten wants that, so it's not going to happen. Second and 9. NC State on the 15. 2:16 to go in the game. Florida State, 2 timeouts left. They keep it on the ground, right up the middle. Not a lot of room. Gained about 3 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Florida State still got 2 timeouts left. Do you think Virginia Tech can make the playoffs next year? It's a little bit too early to start talking about playoff predictions for next year, but you don't know who the players are going to be. I mean, you don't know anything about next year's Virginia Tech team, so that's kind of a silly question. Name 5 coaches better than James Franklin. Kirby Smart, Ryan Day, for sure. It does get a little trickier after that. I don't think he's a top 5 coach right now, but he's top 15. Who do you consider to be the greatest black coach? What, of all time? What, a guy from Grambling? What's his name? Eddie Robinson? Are we talking big game James or every other game James? Dennis Green? All right, come on, commercial break. Let's get back to the game. We're at the 2-minute warning here. NC State's in the red zone with a 3-point lead. Kirby Smart or Ryan Day? Obviously, I'd take Kirby Smart. Does Tennessee snap the swamp losing streak? That's a tough game to pick, man. I don't know what Florida team's going to show up. The one that showed up against Georgia and Ole Miss, or the one that showed up against Kentucky? And then, does it even matter? Because Tennessee hasn't won down there since 2003. So I have no idea what's going to happen in that game. The funnier outcome would be for Florida to win and Tennessee to lose. Taking my oldest to his first college game tomorrow, Kennesaw State playing for the Conference USA Championship. We're going to the UJ Tech game next week, but this will be a tune-up. Go Owls, go Dogs. Hey, that's awesome, man. You'll always remember that. I can tell you that. I still remember the first game I took my son to. Is that a touchdown from NC State or was he out of bounds? Referee says no, he was out of bounds. He caught the pass in the edge of the end zone, but the referee was standing right there and said he didn't get his foot down. So it's going to be 4th and 6. And the referee is right. He did not even come close to getting his foot down. So it's going to be 4th and 6. I would assume a field goal here for NC State, which would force Florida State to score a touchdown to win. I can't for y'all to lose. I can't for you to stop leaving words out of your sentences. What is NC State doing? Acting like they're going to go for it. They tried to get Florida State to jump off sides. Didn't work. Georgia basketball won 78-77. How did Jackpot take the ass whooping last week? We all want to know. You didn't watch his stream? Buddy, you missed out if you didn't watch the end of Jackpot stream last week. He did not handle it well. He did not handle it well at all. Boy, the last 5 minutes of this game's taking forever, ain't it? 1:53 to go, 4th and 6. NC State lined up for a field goal. This would make it a 6-point game, which would mean Florida State would have to score a touchdown to win, as opposed to a field goal to tie it. So big field goal here for NC State. They're right in the middle of the field on the 12-yard line. This is going to be about a 27-yarder from the middle of the field, little chip shot. You would assume anybody could make this. Nope. What are they doing? They're lined up to go for it. They're going for it. Wow. That's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in the history of college football. And the result does not justify the decision, but they did make it. Touchdown, NC State. I don't understand what these coaches are doing here. I really don't. If you don't convert that, then Florida State's 60 yards away from a game-tying field goal. I just don't understand what we're doing. And it's a miraculous fucking catch, too. I mean, this is good coverage. So a great play by the receiver to go up and get it, but what a dumb fucking decision to go for that there. What a dumb fucking decision to go for that there. 20-11. Here comes the extra point. This will make it a 10-point game and will all but seal the deal for NC State. Burger!
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I'm headed to bed.
All right. Extra point is good. 10-point game with 1:47 to go. R.I.P. FSU. Well, FSU died a while ago. So this is just kicking dirt on the grave here. This game is not what killed FSU. They've been dead for a while. This ain't what did it. They've been dead for a while, so. NC State set up to kick the ball off here. 1:47 to go. Florida State would need a touchdown or a field goal, either one, and then an onside kick in order to get themselves back in this game. So we'll see. Short kick, fielded at the 37. Florida State will have good field position here at their own 37-yard line. Castellanos 13 of 25, 141 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. So not a good day for Tommy Boy. At least not through the air. He's done all right scrambling around and making some plays with his legs here and there, but not a good day through the air for Castellanos. 1:47 to go. He's going to have to throw it now. 1:47 to go. They're down 10. They've got 2 timeouts left. Snap, back to throw. Looking, steps up, gets rid of it over the middle. Caught, big play too. They're already down in field goal range. They could go ahead and kick the field goal if they needed to. Best modern Western movie? Young Guns. Young Guns is the answer you're looking for. 1:32 to go. 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. All day in the pocket now. He's going to scramble. Looking downfield. Throws incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 4 with 1:24 to go in the game. What's up, Kyle? He says, Lou, just wanted to say I'm here and watching this clown show. Unable to watch the stream due to family reasons, but I could only imagine what you're saying about us, and it's well-deserved. Well, enjoy your family time, Kyle. Trust me, you're not missing. If you're a Florida State fan, you're not missing anything here. This would just put you in a bad mood to watch this shit here. 3rd and 4. 1:24 to go. They're on the NC State 33-yard line. Empty backfield. Back to throw. Caught. Nope. Dropped. Should have had it. They're letting NC State run the ball back after the fumble, but it looked like an incomplete pass to me. But the referees have ruled it a fumble. If it's a fumble, it's game over. If that's a fumble, it's game over. I thought it was an incomplete pass, though. Let's see the replay. Yeah, that's going to be an incomplete pass. That's going to be an incomplete pass. They're going to review it, but that's going to come back. There's no way that's a fumble. There's just no way that's a fumble. Did they bench Castellanos? No. He's still in the game. But that's pretty clearly a fumble to me, which is going to prolong this game another couple of minutes. The refs just want to get out of there. What's the better struggle meal, mac and cheese with hot dogs or spaghetti with pepperoni? Spaghetti with pepperoni is uneatable, so that would be the more down bad meal. LeWin hit a big touchdown. I might watch some of that one when I lay down, but I'm not streaming that one. I'm going to get out of here as soon as this game ends. I will be back on at 9 in the morning, though, for the kickoff show, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. The college football kickoff show, and then I'll be on Patreon at 3:30 for the stream. If y'all aren't signed up on Patreon, you better get signed up. We're having another giveaway on Conference Championship Saturday. We're going to give some more money away. So we'll hang out tomorrow 3:30 over on Patreon and watch all the 3:30 games. There's the link to the Patreon page. I'll be live over there tomorrow at 3:30. Florida State just missed the field goal, so any chance they had of getting back in the game with an onside kick is out the window because they can't make field goals. That's the second field goal they missed today. So they got missed field goals, turnovers, fumbled punts. I mean, if you can do something wrong in the game of football, Florida State did it in this one. Two fumbled punts in a row for Florida State. Two fumbled punts in a row. Two missed field goals. Multiple turnovers. Just a bad fucking team here. Just a down bad fucking dead program here. A once proud program, now the laughingstock of college football. Are they still suing the ACC and ESPN and all that shit too? Just the most down bad situation you've seen in quite some time here for Florida State. It really is sad to see. It really is sad to see. Loser mentality and awful culture. They should sue Mike Norvell. Napier to Florida State. As sad as it is, Napier to Florida State would be an improvement, I think. That field goal there wasn't even close that they missed either. It was 15 yards wide right. How does this affect Bama? This doesn't affect Bama. Is Florida State still calling timeouts? Let it go, man. Let it go. Calling timeouts and getting the ball back is only going to give you more opportunity to watch your team do more stupid shit. Just let the game end. Why in the world is Florida State still calling timeouts? Fuck you, FSU. I hope you stay trash forever, says Joelish. Damn. Was that the Tennessee kicker? Yeah, he fucked up too earlier in the year, didn't he? Thank y'all for the super chats. 3rd and 5. Well, Florida State just won't let it go. Still calling timeouts. 3rd and 5, 1:08 to go. Quarterback draw. He's not going to get the first down. So Florida State can't stop the clock. There's going to be about 25 seconds on the clock by the time NC State punts the ball. What does Florida State think they're going to do in 25 seconds? They're down 10. I can't believe Florida State was still calling timeouts there. Look at Norvell. He just won't give him an extension. Sue the game clock. Yeah. The game clock. FSU has them right where they want them. Still has them right where they want them, huh? FSU signs Norvell into an extension after 3-win improvement. Yeah, they pretty much tripled their or doubled their win total from almost tripled their win total from last year. They still get a crack at Florida next week too, so Florida State's not done losing to bad teams. Florida State could lose to another bad team next week. Norvell wearing some hoodie he borrowed from a random bum. Hugh Freeze to Florida State. I don't think Hugh Freeze is going to get another big-time job. Not right now. He might not ever get another one. He doesn't deserve one. He didn't deserve the Auburn job. He's a piece of shit. 24 seconds to go. Here comes the punt. Fair catch called and somehow made and caught. Amazing. 1st and 10, Florida State at their own 25 with 18 seconds to go. They're going to come out here and try to dumb shit. Don't come talking trash to Alabama fans, dude. Go focus on a bowl game. Horns down. Georgia is your daddy. Yeah, Texas fans are down bad. Is their best win Vandy? Take us seriously. We beat Vandy. Castellanos in a shotgun. Why are they even still trying? I mean, it just doesn't make no damn sense. Pass complete. All the way down to the 40. 10 seconds to go. Gus Malzahn still the OC for FSU. Yep. Goose Malzahn, the offensive coordinator at Florida State. 10 seconds to go now. Shotgun again. Castellanos heaves it into the end zone. Incomplete. Don't worry, there's 1 second left. Nope, clock at 0. I thought they were going to keep 1 second on the clock for no fucking reason. Florida State lost again. Are they really going to put 1 second back on the goddamn clock? Are they really going to put 1 second back on the goddamn clock? They put 1 second back on the fucking clock. This is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. This is the game that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friends. Intercepted. And finally, our long national nightmare is over. NC State has defeated Florida State 21-11. NC State becomes bowl eligible with their 6th win. Florida State still stuck on 5 wins. They will have to beat Florida next week to become bowl eligible. Dang. FSU's going to sue Friday nights now. Thank you for the super chat, Justin. All right, y'all, I am going to get out of here. I had a good time hanging out and watching the games with you tonight. I hope y'all did too. I will be back on at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, so wake up bright and early, get yourself some coffee, head back over to the channel. 9 a.m. the college football kickoff show. We'll take a look at all of tomorrow's games, go through them, try to figure out maybe some games to bet on tomorrow. We'll take a look at all the big matchups. Anyway, that's tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And then I will be live streaming all the 3:30 games over on Patreon. And the link to my Patreon page is in the description of the video. So if you had a good time tonight and you want to do it again tomorrow at 3:30, click that Patreon link and get yourself signed up. Hope y'all had a good week. Hope everybody enjoyed their Friday, ready for another great day of college football tomorrow. I will see you all bright and early at 9 a.m. Have a good morning.